Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, 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 hi. Um, yes. Good afternoon. My name is Chad. Um, yes. Why am I introducing myself? Anyways, uh, good afternoon to y'all. Right now, I decided that I wanted to stream, uh, making this beginner's guide to Cookie Run Kingdom because a lot of my friends are actually trying to start into playing this game, and personally, I've been playing this game for about like 2.5 weeks. I know that's not a lot, but I have been playing gacha games ever since 2013. So like, I think I know a lot about gacha games, or I not a lot, but I feel like I am very acquainted with the concept of gacha gaming. So right now, as my with my experience of like playing different kinds of gacha games, I've actually kind of applied it to what I know here in Cookie Run Kingdom, and I have been amassing myself with a lot of information about this game, like a lot. Like I've been going through their Discord, going through YouTubers, Reddit, and everything, so I would know anything and everything about this game because I am hooked. I am obsessed with this game. So, well, to be fair, I do have a lot of like uh games that I'm obsessing about. But yes, Cookie Run Kingdom was one of them. Uh and yes, I've been enjoying this game a lot. I like the way the developers handle this game, etc., etc. But yeah, so anyway, without further ado, let's start with uh our guide. So if it's your first time playing a gacha game and you're not sure what it is, let's define that first. Because like I feel like a lot of my friends also have been transferred from playing Genshin Impact into games like Genshin Impact, and then trying playing games like Cookie Run Kingdom. Although both of them are gacha games, essentially, they both have different gameplays, which people have to understand. Because like the way you would gacha in Genshin Impact is totally different in the way you gacha into Cookie Run Kingdom. Let me explain why. Alright? But first, let's talk about what is a gacha game. First and foremost. So, yes. Very informational. We're all very informational today. And yeah, it's like teaching a class, which I like doing actually, even though I'm not a teacher. Okay, so let's go on over here. By the way, good afternoon, everyone. Yes, hello, hello. I hope you all are doing great. But anyways, yes, let's talk about gacha games first. So first, let us wait lang. Let's switch screens. Oh, hello. Okay, so when we say gacha games, it's actually about not the both exact same picture. Okay, when we say gacha games, it technically came from the term gachapon. If you guys are familiar, it looks like this. Let me show it to you. Why can't I show it? Oh, yes. Okay. If you guys are familiar with this one, why is it not showing? Help me out here. Okay. Yes. Okay, here we go. If you guys are familiar with the thing called gachapons, these are like these toys you see on like what do you call them? On toy stores that are usually like sold here in one of these. Yeah, these ones. Let me just open them. Oh. Oh no, this one. Open. Yes. So yes, these ones. These gachapons, right? So like in every machine, you get to see like what kind of yeah, capsule toys, exactly. These things per machine, you get to see like whatever toy you could get, but you are not guaranteed to get that toy. You just get a random one out of like the selection in the picture. Like for example, I would want to pull on this gachapon right here, the one with Adventure Time, and then right here you see you could get like 1 out of the 5 every time you like get a toy from there. So basically, yes, that is where the name gacha game, the name gacha comes from. So like in terms of like the actual video game industry, when we say gacha game, it's similar to that, where you get the stuff that you want to use, or the stuff that you get in the game is primarily through this system called a gacha. So basically, you would test your luck, and you get a random something from that. It's similar to like loot boxes. If you guys are familiar with loot boxes, hi, Fright Agric, welcome. We're just discussing about what gacha games are, just so like people are like familiar with the terminology and shit. Okay, anyways, so yes, gacha games. So yeah, so basically in terms of the video game, like the things like primarily in some gacha games, the units or the characters you use are only obtained through, or mainly obtained through the gacha system. So basically, when you try to get the character you want in that game, you have to be lucky in the gacha. Alright? So that's the whole system of gacha. But you have to understand that gacha is only like kind of like a subgenre of like of games. It's not entirely a genre of its own. Like for example, our familiar genres of video game would be action, RPG, open world, sandbox, rhythm games, blah blah blah, etc. etc. Alright. So there are people like that. Hello, Cookie Run Kingdom, welcome. Yes, we are talking about you. Yes, we're talking about I'm just trying to share my experiences as a beginner and like hardcore researcher of like games and shit. And I'm trying to put it all so like I could help some beginners get into Cookie Run Kingdom. So yes. Anyways, so yeah, so basically, even though a game is said to be a gacha game, it doesn't necessarily have to be, or have the same gameplay as other gacha games. So for example, when you actually Google like gacha games, you get a ton of different games. So you have here, for example, the one we all know, Genshin Impact. You have games like Epic 7. You have games like Honkai Impact. You have also games like what they call this, Pokemon Masters, Dragalia Lost, Exos Heroes, Love Live, etc., etc. But each of these games are different from one another in terms of their gameplay. For example, let's take for example Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is a gacha game, but it is an open world single player RPG. Okay, and that is very much different from our game, Cookie Run Kingdom, which is actually a hero collector. Okay, so if you're curious to what a hero collector is, oh, but why do you call it a hero collector and not Genshin Impact, where technically you also collect heroes? But when you say hero collector in terms of gacha gaming, it's mostly like the games of like, for example, Epic 7, what's this other game? Summoner's War, what's Grand Blue Fantasy, etc., etc. Basically, you get units, and then you form a team with those units, and then usually these types of games have like a PvP in them. So like you have to make these units work against another person's units, and in the sense of it having a PvP, is that your characters have to be strong to get, so that you have to rise up the ranks. So there's a sense of competitiveness. Unlike, for example, the games like Honkai Impact and Genshin Impact, which are primarily single-player games, you don't really actually need to be strong to get ahead. You just have to like choose whatever you want and then play it normally, because like nothing's gonna hinder you from like progressing in this game, right? So that's the main difference. This is why games like Cookie Run Kingdom, which are hero collectors, are more like you have to be more considerate about the units that you want to use in your game. Otherwise, you're probably gonna have a hard time like keeping up, because like these games are inherently competitive, unlike the other games as well. Okay, You need someone. No, I don't need someone to guide you, Kirk. You know, I am guiding my friends who are beginners in this game. Alrighty. So, moving forward. So now we know Cookie Run Kingdom is first and foremost a gacha game, but it is also a hero collector game. Okay, let's look more into Cookie Run Kingdom right now. Let's start with all of its features, starting with obviously its units or the characters in this game, because like that's what people want to see in this game, right? The characters. All right, so let's go over on this account, on my account. On my second account, this isn't my main account, it's just my second account, which I use to play in the Hollyberry server because all of my friends are on that server, and my main account's on the other server. That's why I made this one. Anyways, so in Cookie Run Kingdom, or actually in any hero collector, obviously the most important part of those kinds of games are definitely the cookies or the heroes first, or cookies in this game basically. So you have them right here. So in this game, like, you have different cookies with different skills and different roles, and they do a lot of things. They have different powers, etc, etc, etc. Oh yes, Cookie Run Kingdom. Yes, this is a Hollyberry server account, but then my main account's over at Pure Vanilla. And again, I don't need a guide. I am the one guiding. All right. Anyways, so yes. So in this game, there are heroes with different classes. So let's start first with the different classes in the game. So we get to familiarize ourselves with the kinds of cookies in this game. So let's start first with these ones. The Charge. Okay, so there are 5 actually. There are 5 different classes in this game. There are Charge, Defense, Bombers, Ambush, Supports, Healers, and Range. Oh, that's 6. Sorry, there are 6. I don't know the count. There are 6. There are Defense, Charge, Bombers, Ambush, Support, and Range. And Healers. 7? I don't know how to count. Okay, one more. Okay. Defense, the Charge, the Ambush, Bombers. Oh, there are also mages. Support, Healers, and Range. There are 8. There are 8. I am so sorry. My numbering is wrong. Okay, there are 8. Okay, let's cut to that. When I edit this video, it's gonna be... Oh wait, guys, there are 8 classes in this game. So there are the Defense, the Charge, the Bombers, the Ambush, the Mage, the Support, the Ranged, and the Healer. So there are 8. Cookie Chua. That's Cookie Chua. Alrighty. So let's start with the Charge one. So Charge, by the way, in this game, when you hello. Hi Akaru, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Let me shout you out. Yes, guys, check out Akaru. Thank you so much for the raid, Akaru. How was your stream? Right now, we're just doing some beginner's guide to Genshin Impact. Oh, by the way, sorry, my friend Fried Egg is also here. He just came back recently from his long hiatus, so you guys should also check him out. Fried Egg. There you go. Yes, guys, go check them out. Oh no, I don't have like the shout out here. Let me just add that up. Web browser. Interesting. There we go. Okay, let me shout Yaga out again. Akaru, I'm so sorry. There you go. You play. That's a lot of loud. At least you have it. Okay. Anyways. I'll shout you out again later. Egg Rick. Anyways, so yes, let's first uh in this game there are three, what do you call this, lines. So there are the frontliners, the midliners, and the backliners. So when you build a team, let's show it like real quick over here. Oh, oops, not this one. Sorry. Let's open like one thing over here. Okay, so as you can see in the screen, you have like the front, the middle, and the back line, or rear line rather. And then different cookies play into different, or primarily are placed in their specific roles. So for the charge class, these ones, like example here, dark choco cookie, the charge classes are usually placed on like the front. Judge Akru's damage for a while. I did not see. I'm so sorry. Hello, you guys. Also, hi Jeff. Sorry, I just saw your message. Anyways, so yes. Yeah. So charge units usually are frontliners, who are the ones who usually initiate the battle. Although you might see like it might be hard to understand like the term initiate or to apply the term initiate here, but usually they do that. Like they create an opening for your other team members. Oh, thank you for finally joining the party, Cookie and Kingdom. Hello, hello. Okay, so yes, dark charge cookies like dark chocolate cookies, they create openings for other what do you call this, for your other team members to actually do their thing to the opponent's team members, or like the opponents or the enemies. And then you have your defense. Okay, so defenses are by the name themselves, by the name itself rather, sorry. They are the tanks of the game. So like they usually absorb the damage from the enemy so that your other team members could live. So yes, that's what they regularly do. And then sometimes their skill also hello Elo vegan game. I love games. Sorry, what this? Sorry, I love games 120304. Hello, thank you for joining the party. Yes, we are actually I'm trying to like discuss or like give a guide, a short like beginner's guide to people who want to start playing Cookie Run Kingdom. Hello, I hope you're having a great day. You're Korean. Oh, this game is Korean also, right? It started in Korea. Anyways, yes, I hope you enjoy your stay. All right, so for defense, again they are tanks, and they're usually their skills involve sustaining the team's health, or like their ability to live in the in the battle. All right. Okay, so basically they're tanks if you're familiar with the different classes of like different games. Then we have the bombers. Okay, so bombers usually are like they deal like a lot of damage. That's usually their role. They give a big amount of like damage in one hit or something. That's usually what they do. And then you also have your magic or your mages or magic apparently. They also deal, most of them, or usually they usually deal also a significant amount of AoE damage. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'm not sure what the difference between the bomber and the magic is, because like they're basically kind of like the same. So I'm not sure. But both of them deal basically a lot of damage. Bombers usually are just like raw power, while mages usually always incorporate like some sort of what do you call this? Effect, like a buff or something like that. And then for the middle one, you also have, or the rear, sorry. For the rears, now we have the ambush. Ambushes are like the assassins of this game. So usually they're really soft, or like really they have like low HP, but they have a lot of attack. Okay, and then again, most of their skills usually just focus on attacking. And usually ambushes skills mostly attack the ones from the middle or in the back line. By the way, in this game, usually if you're not using any skill, the default target of your attacks would be the front line first, and then followed by the mid and then the back line. So if the front line dies, and then they start to attack the mid line and then the rear line. So that's why the tanks and the defenses and the chargers are supposedly tanky, so that the opponent's attacks don't really get to the mid or the rear. But then again, ambushes, like the ambush class, their skills usually bypass the tanks, the front lines, and usually attack the mid and the rear ends. But not all of them. There are exceptions, but yeah, generally. And then you also have the ranged, who are actually kind of like the archers of this game. Hello, Kurosakura, welcome. Hi. Yes, this is the guide for you as well, so please read. Also, I forgot to tell you, Kuro, that later at 6 p.m. our Philippine time, Cookie Run is gonna give out free 3,000 crystals because of their compensation from some bug fixes. So if you want to reroll in this game, you might want to do that later. Also, I'll be doing a sample of rerolling later, so like we get to see how it's done as well for those who want to start. Anyways, yes, so ranged cookies are like the archers in this game. And yeah, similar to like ambushes, they're like they have low HP but have high attack power. And I'm not sure, but like most of the ranged units also have like skills that let them attack the back line. Okay, and then we have our healers from the rear. So for healing class. So the healing class basically heals your team. Their skills are primarily composed of like restoring your team's HP. But the healer class are special in the case that their normal attacks, in quotations, are actually healing. They don't attack opponents. In their normal attacks, quote unquote, they heal your party members instead. Yes, look at that, enrolling more people. Yes, I am encouraging people to try out this game if they haven't played a hero collector game, a hero gacha game. Hero collector gacha, hero yeah, you guys know what I mean. Anyways, so the healing class does that. So they do healing with their skills, and then in their normal attacks they heal their teammates as well. And then lastly, we have the supports. So the supports are kind of like different in a sense, because like their skills usually range from a lot of things. Like either they debuff opponents, they buff your team, they set up like different things that could help your team in a pinch, or sometimes they also do healing, and they also do buffs and healing. But the difference of the supports from the healers is, other than buffs, their normal attacks actually do attack their opponents. Okay, so those are the different kind. Those are the 8 different classes in the game. All right, and then aside from the different classes in the game, there are different rarities as well. So this is also one of the what do you call this? One of the key elements in a gacha game is that your units are all of different rarities. There are units that are more harder to obtain than others, and then in that sense, you get what you call the rarities. So in this game, there are ancients, legendaries, epics, rares, and commons. So there are 5 different rarities. So the most rare of all are the ancients. They're the hardest to obtain in this game. So yes. So this one, you guys can see on the upper left of the screen. Yeah. This is an example of an ancient. Okay, they are the hardest to get in this game. And the next level of rarities are the legendaries. They're also very hard to obtain in this game. So the hardest to obtain in this game are the ancients and the legendaries. They're the ones who are actually really strong as well. Because like not only are they hard to get, but they are really, really great units to have in this game. And mostly all of the people at the top rank in this game have them, because they are that good. Okay, so yes, and then the next rarity would be the epics. These ones, the ones with the pink banners. So epics are kind of are actually also really good. They might not be as good as um the ancients or the legendaries, but some of them in the right team compositions and right build can actually defeat ancients as well. Because like first of all, they are much more easier to obtain than the ancients and the legends, and if you get duplicates of that unit, you get they get stronger. And yeah, so if you have a like for example a 5-star epic unit, that would be better than like a 0-star ancient or 0-star legendary. Anyways, yes, even though like both of them could be 5-star, some epics could still defeat some ancients or legendaries. So like you guys shouldn't be like too sad about it if you guys don't have any ancients or legends. But then again, since if you're beginning, there is a good chance that you might wanna go for the ancients or the legends. But more of that later. Okay, so the next rarity we have after the ancients and legendaries and epics are the rares. So rares are slightly more rare than the commons, and they usually just I don't know. I don't think any rare is good to use, but you may want to use some of them if you don't have any epics that could build your team early, especially early on in the game. But then again, yeah, as long as I would recommend like not to fully invest in them, like only up to a certain level until you could get someone that's better. Because most of them, or like almost all of the rares, are easily outclassed by any of the epics. So keep that in mind when you try to build your team. And then lastly, we have the commons. Commons are like, I don't know what to say. They're common. Like they literally just fill up the space in the gacha. So like yeah, only one of them, literally only one of them is usable in the current meta. It used to be 2, but then just one of them like remained. And even in using that specific character, you need to have like a very specific team comp for him. Like he wouldn't outside of that team composition, he's useless or he doesn't really do much. He has to be like in this one very much specific team composition, otherwise he won't work at all. Anyways, so yes, so you have your different classes and different rarities in this game, but I will talk more about the gacha later on. I will first and foremost be talking about the features first of Cooking Run Kingdom, so like you guys know what you're getting into. Because like it's not enough that you get the units that you want. If you don't like the gameplay, then you won't even play it, right? So that's why I'm going into like oh sorry, it's raining really hard. That's why I'm so sorry. All right. But yes, it's important to that you enjoy your game as well. Like not just like pulling. That's why we're going through everything about Cookie Run Kingdom, so like you guys don't get lost. Okay, so there are your units. Very important, very important. And then let's talk more about raising your units here, because like I said, since this is a hero collector game, you use these heroes, or in this case cookies. You use the cookies as like your what do you call this, team to battle in like story mode and then arena and everything. So other than leveling them up, there are different ways to raise your units level. So first, let's talk about the stars right down here. Every time you get a duplicate unit of a character, you would get what you call Soulstones. So what are Soulstones in this game? So Soulstones, you see at the bottom of the character, you get like, for example, 3 out of 20, 3 out of 20, 35 out of 50, etc, etc. Yeah. When you reach a certain amount of Soulstones, you unlock a certain star level of your character. Do you have Cream Puff? Hi, Warlock TV. Hello. No, I don't have Cream Puff cookie yet. But yes, we'll talk about specific cookies later. I'm just like trying to discuss things for our friends here. Oh, someone got pure vanilla. Lucky them. Anyways, so actually, Soulstones are also a way for you to get cookies that you don't have. For example, right down here, there in this account, there are some other cookies that I don't have yet. But if I don't get them luckily on the gacha, I could also save up for their Soulstones right here. Like, for example, mango cookie. For example, I want a mango cookie, but I don't have him yet. I didn't get him on gacha. But if there was a way, or there are different ways to get Soulstones, and if I get enough Soulstones, for example, here I got 20 Soulstones, I would unlock mango cookie. That's one of the good things about this game. Like, you can actually farm for epics, rares, and common Soulstones. Actually, even the legendaries and ancients. We'll talk about that later. But anyways, if you do get enough Soulstones, you may even unlock a character. And then once you unlock a character, for example, let's get Herb here. Yeah, I got unlocked Herb, but he's at 0 stars. So in order to increase stars, I would need to collect Soulstones. So for the first star, I would need 20, and the second star I would need 30. Right here, I would need 30, and then for the third star, I would need 50, and so on and so forth. It's increasing in value, and every time you get a duplicate in the gacha, you would get 20 Soulstones of that character. All right, so that's why. Yeah. So we'll talk about more on Soulstones and how to get more Soulstones later. I'm just like discussing like how to increase your cookies power. So yes, one of the ways to increase your cookies powers is to get duplicates of them and raise them enough. Alright, and then the next one is what we call the toppings. So toppings are basically the equipment in this game. So like if you've played any other RPG game, you know that you have like the sword, or like the helmet, the breastplate, etc., right? So those are the different equipments in this game. So in this game, equipments are called toppings. Okay, because like they're cookies. And then you have different types of toppings in this game, which also have different types of rarities. But these toppings aren't like they aren't obtained through gacha. You can like get them through story mode, and some other things, right? So yeah, so there are also different rarities in this game, and then currently there are only 3 rarities, which are the commons, rares, and epics. So you might wanna as a beginner, you might actually just wanna save up until you get to the point where you could get like epic toppings, because like investing in rare toppings aren't so much, and you might realize that you will have a hard time collecting these things, the ones at the top. I don't know what they're called. I forgot what they're called. I think there were topping pieces. I forgot. But they're used to upgrade your toppings, and it's first and foremost expensive to use the upgrade a topping just for using these things, and also your gold. Yes, and then if you look here, let's try and raise a topping that I have. Okay, so if you see right here, every time you upgrade, it isn't like 100% chance. So like you only have like, for example here, you only have like a 35% chance for it to raise from +9 to +10. And every time you try to do that, you have to spend 11 of these things and 8,000 gold. But what happens if you don't succeed? Then you would have just wasted the materials in upgrading this. Like for example, let me try this one time. Yeah, you see I failed. But I already spent like the 11 of those topping things and 8,000 of my coins. So nothing happened, but I wasted something. So, yes. So that also happens not just in epic toppings, but also in rares and common. So like I would really suggest that you hold down to your topping pieces and your toppings up until you get like the epic toppings in the end. Yes. Okay. So those are, and then, what else? So then, other than toppings, you also have your skills. Okay, these are one of the things that you could do to increase your character's levels, that you can upgrade your skills. So to upgrade your skills, you also have to have another currency called the skill powders. And skill powders are obtained through bounties, which we will discuss in a little bit. But yeah, they're separated into classes. And they're actually kind of limited, kind of like you cannot farm them in one day, because like they're time walled. Okay, so you have to like spend your resources wisely over at increasing your skill levels as well. Okay, so yes, Then lastly, one more thing to increase your team's power is what you call the treasures. So treasures are, if you look over here like this, are like extra equipment. They're like passives or actives or like separate skills that you could use in game. You could equip 3 of them at a time during, like, for example, your story mode or like an arena battle. They do different things. Like this one would revive one of your teammates once they die, and this one increases all of your cookies crit percent by some percent, etc., etc. A lot of them have different things, and we're not gonna go deep into that. We're just like passing through by. But anyways, yes, these are treasures that also you can equip in a team. Like for example here, you can see here we equip our cookies, and then we also have the treasures right over here. Yes. Okay. So yeah, so that's mainly everything I think you need to know about your units. For now, I guess if you want to go deep to that, that's fine. But then again, as beginners, like I said, I think just knowing these things are fine on its own. Okay, so moving on to the next part, or one of the features of this game, is actually world building. So not all hero collectors actually have world building. I think this is one of like the more unique parts of Cookie Run Kingdom, is that you could. Oh, sorry, I clicked something. I should have like waited. Okay, so one of the things that you get to do in this game is to world build. Okay, so early on in the game, it will teach you how to make your own buildings, and those kinds of buildings will also produce like goods that you could use, like your produce right here. And yeah, basically you use those so you could improve your castle, and when you improve your castle, you get access to different types of content in the game. You also get like different ways to increase your cookie stat more, and a lot of other things. So there are a lot of uses of like the world building in this game. Right now, this my kingdom is trash because like I just placed anything and everything on the floor. But my other account is I tried being more like what do you call this? I tried being more organized in my other account. Oh, hi Junko. Thank you so much for lurking. Working overtime. Oh no, they better pay you. But yes. So yeah. The game actually does a good job of like giving you like a step-by-step thing on how to like improve your kingdom, so you guys won't get lost at all. Like I've played like through this twice, and it's not it really helps you out. Okay, but if you are like me, who was initially trying to jump head start into farming Sea Fairy, I tried to rush building my kingdom just so I could get like this one part over here. But yeah, you also need to increase your casa and anyway for that. Anyways, let's not talk about like too deep into that. Let's just go through it like with baby steps, starting with the castle. So your cookie castle is basically like your cookie castle is basically like, what do you call this? Like the determinant of the level of your kingdom. Like the higher your cookie castle level, the higher or the more features you could put in your kingdom. So the more buildings, the more different types of buildings you could build. The higher the option that you could get into like expanding your kingdom, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so basically just improving your kingdom or your castle would help you like give access to you expanding your kingdom as well. Yes, hi Ulam, welcome. Sorry, let me shout out again. Fried Egg Rick is gonna be streaming again later. I think he's gonna be starting his own Cookie Run Kingdom thing. So yes, go check him out. I think the volume's too high. And then also, guys, go check out Ulam. Hi Ulam, how are you? Sorry, it's been raining so hard, so my internet might be like flat. Oh, he's playing Hades. Go check him out. Shit. Then we have Ulam as well. Tama, what's he doing? What are you doing, Miss Ma'am? Oh, I forgot. Let me just switch over to game music. Oh, it got small. What is all I'm doing, you guys? Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah. So what else? Yeah. So that's your castle, and then in your castle you also have this thing called the Fountain of Abundance. So basically, the Fountain of Abundance just gives you like stuff every at a certain time interval. It just gives you stuff like that. It just gives you that. It's easy as that. Then right over here you also have your Tree of Wishes. So every day you could exchange some of the produce that you get. my EPs then curtain. No, not the EPs. Did you kill it? Alrighty. Anyways, so yeah, in the Tree of Wishes, every day you get to exchange some of the produce that you've collected through your kingdom building and give them here, and then you could exchange them for a little bit of experience points for your kingdom, and also not this una, and some coins as well. And then once you get like a certain amount of wishes granted, you could get daily rewards, and daily rewards include rarities and experience points for your cookies. So you guys should do that. You get to do that like 3 times a day, all with increasing number. And then right over here we have the balloon expedition. So you send out some of your cookies to any of the areas you've completed in the story mode, and you could send them for like, and then when they come back for a certain amount of time, and then when they come back you get all of these experience for your cookies, experience for your kingdom, some coins, and some extra rewards, which are generally just toppings and some topping pieces. So this is one of the ways you could get topping pieces. But the problem with this one is that it takes a long time to do. For example, let's send them out since they already got one. So right here at episode 8, after world 8, it would take them 8 hours until they get back. These are 8 real-time hours, like in our world hours, not like the game time. It's like real 8 hours. So you have to wait actually 8 hours to do that. But then again, that's a good way to do it. Then right over here we have our jelly train station, which is kind of like a little bit kind of like the Tree of Wishes. But the difference here is that you send out, like for example, let's send this on now. You send out some of your produce again, and then when they arrive back here, we get some prizes. And usually their prizes, their rewards are rarities. Rarities are like what do you call this? They're materials that you need for progressing in kingdom building, and they're kind of like hard to get by sometimes. So you have to like really find a way to get them. So yes, so train station usually gives out coins, experience, rarities, and sometimes even treasure pulls. Okay. Oh.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh. So yes, we got more of that. And then what else do we have? So we've talked about the castle, expand bounties. Oh, okay. I completely forgot about the bounties. Okay, so the bounties right over here. If you guys click over here, the one with the boar, you unlock. By the way, you guys, most of these are unlocked as you progress through the story mode. So just play through it, and then you unlock most of them. Okay, so here in the bounties, you could battle like some of these bosses, and every time you clear a boss. For example, here, each boss has like 10 difficulty levels, and then when you defeat one level, you unlock the harder level, and so on and so forth. And then each level, you get like a specific rarity and number of the skill powders. Then every day, there are only like specific skill powders that can be obtained. Like for example, today, only the range skill powders and bomber skill powders are available. So you have to choose wisely which choose. Other than that, on top of that, you only have like 3 chances to battle the bosses. To clear, rather, not chances. Because like, if you like die, or if you lose if you lose like for example this one, you don't consume your try, it's just there. you could only like clear a level thrice. So you have to choose between if you want to get more bomber powders or range powders for today, and then you only have like three chances to do a level, or clear a level rather. So that's how hard it is to get like skill powders in this game. That's why, like I said earlier, it is one of the ways to increase the damage output or your skill of your cookies. But then again, you have to really think about who you want to invest into, because like you cannot invest your resources to all of your cookies. You only have to select some, because like eventually you'd realize you would have not enough resources for that. So yeah, again, starting now, you have to think about who you want to invest into. And to answer that question, we will answer that a little bit later on. Let's just discuss more of these. Okay, so you have your bounties, and then yeah, and then later on this game, you will unlock what's called a gnome research lab right over here. I haven't unlocked it in this account. I'll show it to you guys on my main account. You know what? Let me. Okay, never mind. Okay, you know what? Let's go over to my main account. Let me just log this one out. Let me switch so you guys don't see. Oops, don't see. Don't look at my details. Okay, so anyways, like I said, you guys, when you do wanna like try and invest into your cookies, you have to select like a specific amount of cookies. I would recommend the first 5, the strongest 5 units that you have, and then invest into them. So you could like have a smooth time during your story mode. So you could get more crystals, you could farm more crystals and pull for more or something. All right. Sleep. Okay. Let me just log in. Whoop. Hacker voice. I'm in. Oh, not this one, bestie. Yes. Okay. Okay, now we're logged on to my main account. Let me just switch on over. God, I'm parched from all that talking. Alrighty. So here we have my pure vanilla account, which is my main account. Okay. So right over here, let's zoom out like a little bit. Why can't I zoom out? Bestie, zoom out. Okay. Anyway, so right over here is what the resource Sugar Gnome Laboratory. I mean, the Sugar Gnome Laboratory. Where it is. Okay. So in the Sugar Gnome Laboratory, it comes a little bit later in the game. I think you need to reach at least Castle level 8 first until you could unlock it, or you have a chance to unlock it. And once you do, basically what it does is it gives you like more passives. It could first and foremost like increase your kingdom's production, the speed of its production, how much you produce, etc. Or you could have more like ways to increase the stats of your cookies. So right here you could increase their HP, increase their defense, and then increase their attack, and so on and so forth. So more passives for your cookies. So that's also actually one way to increase the stats of your cookies. All right. And then yeah, so generally those. Oh, there's also one more game mode in this game right over here. It's called the Soda King. What's it called? What's it called? Tropical Soda Islands. It's a different, we can call this content in this game. Basically when you unlock it after I think castle level 5 or 6 or 7. I'm not sure. I cannot remember. But I think it fairly comes on early in the game, and then when you have access to it, you just basically just have to clear out. Oh, you just have to clear out. Please, I'm not done. No. Okay, let me just produce this. Okay, because it takes a long time, so we have to start now. Anyways, so basically you have to clear this area right here, because like at the start of the game, you would see like a lot of your kingdom is like covered in like one of these, and you have to clear them before you could plant anything or build anything there. So basically, you have to clear up until this part, and then when you do, you have to like do a little bit of what do you call this, of quests to unlock this one. And then when you do, you get to this part, and then you would mainly see like a lot of it as covered in clouds and like with this plus signs, and then you could quote unquote explore them when you have enough of these items. They're gonna give it to you anyway, so like in different other content, and also in this game mode itself, they're gonna give it to you for free. So just basically just explore it, and then when they clear out, you could either unlock an island or a treasure. And then when it's an island, basically it gives you passive income, because for example this coin island, every hour it gives you like a certain number of coins, and this one's experience island, and then there's this one gives stamina, and then there's one also that gives out crystals. So yes, so when you clear those islands, they're gonna give you like passive income every 8 hours, so they're gonna accumulate here, then you're gonna get them. Alright, so yeah, what else? Oh, and then lastly, one of the game modes in this game is obviously, can I play on multiple devices like cross-save? Yes, as long as you link it, like for example in an email, you could play it on your phone and then link it to your PC, like what I did right here. I mostly play on my phone, but then I can open it here on BlueStacks, just so I just need to like link it to an account. Anyways, one of the biggest things about hero collectors is the PvP. So obviously this game also has a PvP, which is this one. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about meta or something like that, or maybe I will later, but then again, basically this is one of the ways that you could I don't know, prove yourself to be strong or something, I don't know. And then you could battle like different opponents, yeah, and then raise your rank. But this is something that you should be doing, especially as a free-to-play player. You know why? Because like every after season, like for example this one, it's Holly Berry season 1, and it lasts for like a month, and it's only 21 days left. And then when you get to a high enough rank, for example right here, currently my rank is at Crystal 2. I know it's kind of like not that high yet, but if you end a season in a season and a certain rank, you get this amount of medals and gems and crystals rather. So that's a lot. For example, even in my rank right now at Crystal 2, for example, we ended the season at Crystal 2, I would get at the end of it 6,500 crystals in one go, and then 650 medals as well. Medals are like the currency in PvP, and when you get enough medals, you can exchange them for stuff at the medal shop right here. And I'm gonna explain more of that later on, because there's this one item that you have to be buying at the medal shop at all times, which is also why it is very important for free-to-play players to actually do the arena. And which is also why, as a free-to-play player and a starting out player, I do recommend like you do reroll, or like we'll talk about rerolling later. Reroll for a really good unit, so that you could like go high up in the arena as much as possible. Anyways, so yes, yeah. Last time when I rushed this game, there was only like 1 week left into arena, and then I played for 7 days straight. I got to Diamond 3, which is this one. So I got 8,000 gems off the bat. Also, every time you raise your rank like once, you get these tier rewards. So for example, from chocolate 2 you got the chocolate 1, you get 100 immediately, and then so on and so forth. And at the end, at the end of the season, you get these rewards right here. And then every day, by the way, every day, for example, I stayed at Crystal 2, and then tomorrow I'm still at Crystal 2. The game would give me 22 medals every day. So yeah, so that's very important as well. Okay, so again, PvP is important even though we are PvP player, because it's a hero collector game, so it's inevitably supposed to be competitive. Okay, nothing is chill here. No, just kidding. But yes, so yes, those are the different things different gaming content in this game. You might have seen others, like for example this one, Super Mayhem and Sonic's Green Hill. These events are limited, so like I'm not gonna talk about them. You just have to like explore them on your own, I guess. But yes, there are limited events in this game that you can participate in, because this game has a lot of events and they give you a lot of things. Like for example in Super Mayhem, they also give you additional, it kind of works like arena, but you get like to choose from 3 teams. You get to build 3 teams of 5 cookies, and then they beat each other up like that. And then the rewards are also kind of like arena, in the sense that after the season ends, you get like season rewards like gems, and then you also actually get medals here as well. So like that's a good boost. Oh, I completely forgot this one. The last 2 ones are Guild Battle and Tower Seat Chaos. So one of the content in this game, Guild Battle unlocks after some time, and then when you have unlocked it via story mode, you have the option to like join a guild. So in join a guild, just go over here, on the upper right part of the screen. You can see this one, the one with the people icon, and then click on guilds, and then you get to choose a guild. I already joined a guild here. I don't know what it's called. I'm not Korean. I cannot read this. But yes, you can join a guild. And in the guild, if your guild has a high enough level, you would get bonuses to your cookies as well. For example, here, my current guild is at level 33. And it's gonna give us the bonus of 6.3% attack to all of my cookies, 10.2% to their defense and HP. So like that. Also, every after season of the guild, you also get rewards. Where are my rewards? Yes, but anyway, you get rewards in this game. You get rewards for just doing the guild. For example, here, okay, and when you do your guild battles, you get to battle this what do you call this? Dragon Cookie Run webinar. Yes, hi Rob, welcome. Yeah, I'm trying to discuss what's in Cookie Run Kingdom, and then later on I'll be discussing how to reroll and shit. But yes, right here we're just talking about the guild. Every season, I think it only goes to like a week or something, or a few days. I don't know, I haven't counted. But anyway, every after season, your guild has to battle the dragon as much as possible and kill it, and get to a higher level as much as possible. And then when your guild accumulates enough points at the end of the season, you get rewards. So yeah, you get first and foremost participation rewards, and your guild rewards after beating the dragon. I cannot see where you can find the rewards. Where can you find the rewards? Oh, here we go. So your contribution rewards right here depends on your rank in the guild battle. So for example, me, in my guild, I am top 7. That's a low number, but yes, I am at top 7. So like, I get 150 crystals and 1,500 coins. But aside from that, I also get... Where are my other rewards? There are also other rewards at the end of this one. Okay, if your guild ranking is within these brackets, you also get an additional amount of crystals and coins. So for example, right now I have like I'm gonna stop shaking. Right now, since I'm at rank 7 in my guild, I get 150 crystals, right? In addition to that, at the end of the season, since my guild placed in the top 30%, we also get an additional 800. So in total, I get 950 crystals after the guild season. And usually guild seasons aren't that long. They usually only last like a few days, like a week, I'm not sure. But it isn't that long compared to the other ones. Okay, so that's important. That's an important part of the guild. Alrighty. And then lastly, we have the Tower of Sweet Chaos. It is a PvE. It's PvE content, and it uses like a different type of currency to play on it. It's kind of like stamina, but kind of different. But yeah, it works a lot like stamina. And then you play along here, and then when you clear levels of this level, you get like experience points and coins. You might not think that's enough, but you will realize again once you enter mid game and then near end game, you would have a hard time leveling up your cookies because like you would not have enough experience star jellies. So yes, so you have to think about that also. And you could get them here. You could farm them here. If you cannot clear any more floors, you can replay any floor that you have cleared just so you could farm. But then you could also play new floors like right here. Where anong floor na ba ako? I'm over at floor 60, 70. Okay. Currently at floor 72. I just cleared floor 72 and I'm going to floor 73 if I can. I think I can clear this. I'm just waiting for bonuses. But yes, right here, see, you could get a lot of like experience star jellies and coins when you clear it for the first time. Then just rise up and whatever. And then the season's ending in 12 days. It resets, I think, in every month or every 2 months. I'm not sure. Okay, so that's it. The Tower of Sweet Chaos is kind of like a harder story mode because like there are challenges. Like for example, here you could see like there are conditions for you to actually play the level. Like right here, I cannot use any defense cookies, and I can only use one bomber cookie. And then there are some levels like here, I think. You can only use like for example, yeah, this one, epic cookies and above. You can only use 4 of them. That means your 5th cookie must be either rare, common, or one of the special cookies. So yeah, you have to think of that as well. So yes, but it is kind of like a nice mode to do, to challenge yourself, and you also get a lot of rewards as well. Very especially the star jellies and the coins, which are you really need to collect, especially in the late game. Alrighty, what else? So yeah, now let's talk about a little bit about the world building mode. So I've said earlier that world building basically is just like you producing stuff, and then you could use those stuff for a lot of things, right? But one of the things in world building is 2 of those things are important. One of those things is more of for improving your cookies, and then the other part is more of producing items. So like there are 2 parts of it. So one part is the one that helps your cookies is first and foremost these cookie houses. The game's gonna teach you how to make a cookie house right off the bat. It's the first thing that you have to do. And the cookie house produces experience star jellies at a certain time interval, and you use those jellies to level up your cookies. Like right here, for example. Okay, so for example, I want to level up this cookie. I need to use star jellies right here. And these are super hard to get. Look at this. Even with this amount of jellies, I cannot even level my Hollyberry from 48 to 49. That's why you have to really... Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Egric. But yes, so you have to really think about who you wanna invest into early on in the game. But yes, I'll talk more about that later. So yes, those are... and then some of the buildings here are called landmarks. Most of the landmarks give an impact to your kingdom, but some of them also give an impact to your cookies. Like for example, this one, it increases all cookies crit rate by some %, and then if I level it up, it's gonna increase it to a little bit more. And then some of them also, like right here, also increases my cookies damage resist by 15%. Some of them are really useful, and some of them are kind of meh, but some of them actually are really very important to build. But those some buildings are actually cost crystals instead of coins. Like for example, this one costs 5,000 crystals, but it's super worth it because it increases your damage resist by 15%, and that's a very good stat. Also, this one over here, it increases your cookies attack by 10%, but this one costs 2,400 crystals. Which is kind of like, you might think it's kind of sad, but I would recommend you get them once you get the units that you want. But anyways, yes. Let me just collect my bear jelly train so it could like move on. You guys saw that, right? Some of the rewards come in like... Oh no, I don't have enough pickaxes. Let's produce some pickaxes. There. Yon. I forgot what I was about to say. Yeah, anyways, so yes. And then some of them like produce, like right here, like I said, you produce them to exchange them for something else. Like you could use them here, and you could use them right here on the jelly train for rarities, etc., etc. But one of the things that oh, hi, Sphinx. Hi, Sphinx, welcome. I'm just talking about cooking run. I'm giving tips and guides to my beginner friends. So, oh, sorry, I forgot one content that is very important in this game as well. It's called the Trade Harbor, right here. You unlock the initial Trade Harbor at level 7 once you clear out the spots right here. If you can see, like, this spot over here and then this spot over here. And then you could unlock the bigger Trade Harbor once you clear this spot over here. Because, like, at level 7, you can only clear up to here. But at level 8, it will give you the option to clear up this spot, which you need to do. So you could unlock this Trade Harbor. So what is the Trade Harbor? Let's first talk about the Seaside Market. This one is the one that you unlock at level castle level 7. I sold my soul immediately to Trade Harbor when I came back. Exactly. At the Seaside Market, you unlock this level 7. You get to exchange some things for a lot of other things. Like, for example, here, you can change some stuff for skill powders. You can change rarities for rarities, and you can change some for those spyglass and map fragments for the Soda Island thing. And you can exchange material to material, material to toppings, material to soulstones, materials to experience jellies, and so on and so forth. So that's the Seaside Market. And then every 6 hours, you get the option to reset your market. So right here, let me just try and let me buy this first because, like, I don't have enough. Let me also buy this one and this one as well. And then I'm gonna refresh it. So yeah, every 6 hours, you get to refresh it and you get to see a new set of items. So I think I'm needing a lot of more of these because, like, let me just how many do I have? I have 78 of these. So I guess I could, like, buy these. So I could buy these, right? Right? So basically I'm exchanging this one to this one. Yeah. My brain. Anyway, yeah, you could do that. I will not spend on that one. Not this one as well. I think I have a lot of jelly beans. Yeah. So yeah, you could do that. You could also and then some of the items here you have to upgrade your shops so you could get them. I haven't upgraded mine. That's why. Yes. But anyways, yes. Another part here is the Tuk's Trade Harbor. That's a trade harbor. You get to load your what do you call this? Your produce, the ones that you produce in your island or in your kingdom, and then you can put them on a cargo load. And then once it accumulates a specific amount of points, you get a specific amount of rewards. So right here, when you for example, me right now, I have currently 22,000 on the boat. And then when I get 22,000, I get 660 of these rainbow shells. Rainbow pearls rather, and then 48,000 coins. And then I also get some of these. So yes, that's basically what you want to do for the Tuk's Trade Harbor. But the important thing here is the rainbow pearls, because you can exchange them for some stuff over here. Okay, and then the most important, obviously, you guys can see it right here because, like, my face is covering it. But the most important part of this one is the one I'm covering. It's Sea Fairy's Soulstone, which costs 2,000. This shop, by the way, the shop resets every 3 days, just like the metal shop in the arena. So yes, you have a lot of time too. You have 3 days. If you're a new player, you have 3 days to accumulate 2,000 points, 2,000 rainbow pearls, just to get one Soulstone of Rainbow Fairy, and it resets every 3 days. So, like, if you really want a sea fairy, like, from scratch, you have to wait, like, 20 times 3 days. So that's 60 days. And that's if you already unlocked the harbor. Me, myself, I have rushed to get to the harbor because, like, initially my account here didn't have sea fairy. So, like, okay, fine. I'm gonna farm for sea fairy, no matter how long it takes. So, it took me 5 days to rush from my kingdom level 1 to kingdom level 8 just so I could unlock the Tux Trade Harbor just to get her. Yeah, anyway, yeah. It takes a long time to get legendaries and ancients. But yes, there you go. So that's basically one of the things in Tux Trade Harbor. So I guess I've talked about most, if not all of the content in this game. So I hope you really enjoy it. Most of this is very engaging, especially if you're starting out in this game. It really, how would I say it? I was really addicted to this, especially even though like it takes like a lot of time for stuff to finish, like for stuff to produce, for stuff to ship, etc., and for stuff to finish building. Like for example, here my castle is currently leveling up from level 9 to level 10. It's gonna take 3 days, and now my second day, like I still have 2 days, 4 hours, 12 minutes more until it's leveled up. But yeah, so yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's a very chill game. It's not that like time consuming. Especially, it's not, what do you call this? It doesn't demand your time. Actually, it doesn't demand. You can play it whenever you feel like it, and you still progress nicely. So yeah, so that's it. Basically, I think the main focus for me here is that you get your cookies, you go through story mode, and you build them up to go higher enough in the arena, and then when you get enough more gems to pull for more units, for more good units, and then to upgrade more of your cookies, and so on and so forth. And then alongside that is that your kingdom building, to help more on your cookies, etc. You guys, if you guys actually play through this game, it really does like walk you through it like really easily, in the form of like the story mode, in the form of tutorials, and in the form of like the, what do you call this, the quest bar right here. It's really nice. Okay, so yeah, now let's move on to like what you guys really actually want to ask me, is that how do I get more units? Because if you're a player who's not familiar with the gacha game or gacha system, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about specifically the gacha system of Cookie Run Kingdom, because all gacha systems across different gacha games are very different. But we'll talk about Cookie Run Kingdoms instead. So again, like I said, since it's the system of gacha games is that it's basically like the gacha pawn, right? You get to pull, you put your money in, and then you get to pull something, and you're not sure what you get. And then above that, hi Adavin, welcome. Hi. I'm just giving out like some few tips to beginner players of Cookie Run Kingdom. So yes, let's think about like the machines of the gachapons. Okay, in gacha games, those are what you call banners. So for example, here we have this banner with the featured cookie. It's gonna be like one machine, and then a separate machine is gonna be your standard banner, the regular one with the regular cookies, and then so on and so forth. So like in different banners, you get to see the probabilities of like the probability of what you're gonna get. So you can click over here, you could see like the chance of you getting this one, and then the chance of you getting this one, and so on and so forth. So right off the bat, let's look at this one. Right off the bat, you can see like getting an ancient cookie is so hard. Like it's 0.724%, and that 0.724% is not the actual unit. It's actually shared between their soulstone and their actual unit. So right here, you can see like, for example, in getting an ancient, in getting, for example, Holly Berry or Pure Vanilla, the only two ancients in this game, if you want the unit, you're gonna have like 0.108% to get either of them. And if you get, like, for example, you're just gunning for a Pure Vanilla cookie, you only have 0.054% chance of getting Pure Vanilla. That is so low. And then for a legendary, for Sea Fairy, it's actually the same. So they have the same chances, 0.054. So ancients and legendaries actually have the same rates or same chances to get because they're both the best units in this game. I don't know why they're different. Like they even have to separate their what do you call this? To separate their rarities, but they're actually the same. But anyways, yes. Then as for the epics, they're actually quite easier to get. At around 20%, you get an epic unit or soulstone, and then much more common is the rares, and then much more common are the commons. Okay. So let's read through here. If you guys can see on the bottom, let me read it. The sum of all probabilities might not equal 100% as the fourth decimal place is rounded up. So like you can see the fourth decimal place. In the cookie gacha, one cookie is guaranteed per every 10 draws. So it's a 10% epic and a 90% rare. So let me just talk about that real quick. It means that every 10 times you pull in this gacha, you are guaranteed one cookie. But that one cookie is only 10% epic and 90% rare. Obviously, you want an epic every 10 draws, right? But that's just a 10% of getting it. And then every 100 draws, you get one epic cookie. So like, no matter what happens, every 100 draws, you get an epic cookie. However, in these rates, there is no guarantee that you would get an ancient or a legendary. Like, there is no guarantee. That means this game has no pity. Alright, other gacha games, for example, let's say Genshin Impact. It would let you, like, for example, in Genshin Impact, if you haven't drawn a 5-star unit in 89 pulls, your 90th pull would definitely be a 5-star unit. In this game, there's nothing like that. You don't get a guarantee for an ancient or a legendary. So like, rip, right? But you get you do get a pity for an epic cookie, but it's in 100 pulls. Yeah, so imagine, right? Imagine how many pulls you have to get just to get that 0.05% of getting either Hollow Berry Pure Vanilla or Sea Fairy. So that's super duper hard. But the thing about this game is, like, if you cannot get a unit via gacha, you have an option to farm for them. Like I said earlier, you can exchange their soulstones for the unit itself, right? Because sometimes when you pull in this gacha in the standard banner or in the featured banner, you get also the soulstones. Okay, and if you get enough soulstones, you could exchange them for the unit. So, for example, I would want a unit. I might also get, if I do not get them the unit itself in the gacha, but I could like hope to get an epic soulstone or their soulstone, so I could like complete like 20. You need like 20 to unlock your first one to get that unit. So for epics, it's actually much easier to farm their soulstones, because like first, obviously they're much more probable in getting them in here in the standard banner or in any banner actually. And then one more thing is that you could also exchange their soulstones from the mileage shop. Although here in the mileage shop you cannot find the latest cookies, which are Mala Sauce Cookie and Twizzly Gummy Cookie. They're not yet here. But after their update, they're gonna be added here as well, I think. Oh, the latest cookies from the last two updates are not available in the mileage shop, so you cannot see here Twizzly Gummy, Mala Sauce, and then the recent ones as well, Raspberry and Moon Rabbit. They're not there. Yeah, after two updates things. Yeah, I just remembered. Anyway, so yes. But then the rest are already added eventually. So eventually those newer cookies are gonna be added, but it's gonna take some time after like 2 or something updates. So yes. Anyways, any other cookie than that, you could technically get them here in the shop. Every time you pull in the gacha banner, you accumulate mileage points. I think you get like around 100 every 10 pull you get. So like more or less 100. So like it's gonna take you like some time to get like 2,000 just to get any unit that you want here. So yeah, you have to think about that as well. But as far as legendaries and ancients go, epics are much more they're very much more easy to what do you call this? To farm instead of the epics, yeah. So yeah, that's one way to get epics. Now let's talk about how to get the ancients. Like for example, I want to get an ancient. I was too lazy to reroll at the start. Let me just farm my ancients and legendaries. Boy, you gotta think of it, because like these are so hard to farm. Okay, I have talked about this earlier, but the only way to farm the currently only legendary unit in this game, which is Seaferry, is through here in the Trade Harbor. Alright, so in the Trade Harbor, you need to again accumulate a total of 2,000 Rainbow Pearls. The maximum of one what do you call this? One run is 1,500 per day. But yes, you're not gonna reach that one if you're rushing from the start. Personally, me, it took me a lot just to unlock these ones, and these ones are the ones that contain a lot of points, because like the longer an item is produced, the higher the points they give here in the cargo loading. And yeah, if you're just starting out, you might only get up to here, like for example the cream, and then it's only like 400 points. And imagine you have to take what do you call this, a total of, I don't know, more than 50,000 points in 3 days with just these items, just to get one Soulstone of Seaferry every 3 days. Just to get that. I'm just explaining how wild and insane it is to like get one Soulstone of her, and you need to have 20 Soulstones just to unlock her. So if you're gonna get 20 Soulstones from this, again, 20 Soulstones times 3 days is 60 days, plus I don't know how many days you're gonna get to unlock your castle to castle level 8 and unlock this, the Sea Harbor, the Trade Harbor. It's gonna take that long in total. So like at least 60 days, 60 plus days, 60 plus 5, I think, because it took me 5 days, I think. So yes, and that's also assuming that you get 2,000 Rainbow Pearls every 3 days. So yeah, that is how long that you have to farm for Seafair, and she is irreplaceable, literally irreplaceable in any comp, even the cheese comps in the arena. I'm gonna talk about that, like in the main meta comps and then the ones that countered the meta or whatever. Like she's always there. She's a staple. Okay, so that's how you get the legendary. Okay, again, you have to clear this, so you have to be at least castle level 8 to get this, and it takes a lot of time to upgrade your castle. Like literally a lot of time, because it takes real time for it to upgrade. So yes, and then for the ancients are different. You could get them here in the arena. So you have to get 600 medals every 3 days, so you could unlock. So you could get like a Soulstone, because every 3 days they're gonna put out one ancient Soulstone right here. And it's gonna be either pure vanilla or hollyberry, because like those are the two ancients in this game. Only hollyberry and pure vanilla. So yes, so they're the only two ancients in this game you could get. And then they don't cycle through it. You get a random ancient Soulstone every 3 days. And supposing like for example you want just pure vanilla. For example, I just want pure vanilla. You'll have a maximum of what do you call this? How many days is it? 20 times 3 days as well. 20 times 3 days times 2. So 60, 120 days? Am I dumb or something? Yeah, you get a maximum of 160 days, mathematically speaking. Tama ba? Or 120, sorry. 60. Oh my god, 60. Okay. 20 times 3 is 60 times 2, 120. Alright, you get a maximum of 120 days just to get one ancient cookie. That's how wild it is. Why a maximum? Because like you don't know if you're gonna get you don't know if you're gonna get pure vanilla or holly berry soulstone on the go, right? Because like you're not sure if it's either of them, and it only refreshes every 3 days, so like it's gonna be time walled as well. So again, at least at most 120 days. You could get it earlier if you're lucky enough to get successive, like for example pure vanilla soulstones or holly berry soulstones. But yes, more or less they're gonna switch between the two, so you're not sure. So again, 120 days at max to get at least one of them. So that's wild. Or actually 120 days to get at least one of them. So yeah, and for reference, how to get 600 medals. It's not gonna be also that easy if you're gonna start out, because like every time you let's look at here. Every time you win a battle, I think at earlier ranks you get at least like around 10, 12, 13, 14 medals after each win. But at the higher ones, you only get like less than 10. And that's assuming you beat your opponent. And then again, once you reach like for example a certain tier or like a daily tier, you get like for example here I get 22. But again, you need to have at least 600 every 3 days, just so you could get or not miss any redeem of a what do you call this, ancient soulstone. So yes, now you guys know how hard it is to farm manually. If you're not lucky in the gacha, you can always farm them, but again, they are very, 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 very time consuming and very hard to get. Very especially if you, it's doable, but it's really hard, and it takes a long time. So even if you do it, it's still gonna take you some time. So for legendary, at least like 60 days, and for like the ancients, at least at most 120 days. So yes, it's gonna be hard. That is why for new players, I recommend 100% for you to reroll on this game. So what is now we're gonna talk about rerolling. Okay, so for you people who have already been in the gacha business for a long time, you guys know what rerolling is. For you who aren't familiar with what rerolling is basically what players do in gacha games. It is basically like making an account over and over and over again up until you get the units that you want at the start. Because most gacha games, they give out like free currency for you to pull in the gacha. By the way, I forgot to discuss about the currency in gacha. Oh my lord. Okay, so so for you guys to pull in your gacha, it's not just like they're not gonna give you like free currency just for you to like pull in the gacha. No, they're gonna make you pay for it. But they do give out the free premium currency just by playing the game. But then again, not all companies are that generous, and mostly if you do grind out the game, you're gonna realize that those crystals are actually kind of limited. They're not like very accessible. When you first start this game, when you play through everything, when you play through everything, you're gonna feel like the gems just keep on coming, because like everything is so easy at the start, so that's why you get everything so fast. But then when you get to the point where it's kind of getting harder and it's gonna get everything's gonna like stagnating, you'll find yourself like losing your crystals, because like there's not enough methods or like income for you to get your crystals in this game, which is gonna happen talaga, and it happens in every gacha games. Hi Top, welcome. So yeah, so that's why you have to be very, very, very particular in using your crystals. So yes, you guys might see I have 39,000 here, but that's kind of a lot, but I have saved a lot. So yes, And I recently spent like 5,000 in buying a landscape, but that's another story. So yes, in using this one, you do need to use crystals, or if you have these ones, the cookie cutters, you could use them instead. In events, they're usually generous enough to give out crystals and these ones, so like you could use them to your own liking. But yes, okay. So where was I? Why did I talk about this one? Okay, so anyway, in re-rolling, back to re-rolling. Let's talk about it because we're about to re-roll in a few more minutes. Let's talk about re-rolling. So when we re-roll, what happens here is that again, you're gonna make your account over and over again up until you get the units that you want. Okay, and this game, most other gacha games, kasi they know about re-rolling, and then some gacha games would give the re-roll option, like, okay, you get 30 free pulls and then just choose whichever you want, something like that. And then some others block re-rolling for some reason, I don't know. But yes, Coherent Kingdom doesn't necessarily block these players, but also it's not always easy to re-roll in this game. Let me tell you why. Because like in most other gacha games, they give new players free. For example, you get free 10 pull. Your free first 10 pulls are on us. Like they're free. Just use them or whatever. So re-rollers use this to their advantage because like every time they make a new account, they get 10 free pulls, and then whatever is in the banner, they get to get it, like, or whatever they want to get it, they could just like make an account over and over again up until they get the new ones. Okay, but here in Coherent Kingdom, they don't give you free gems at the start. Like, no, they don't. They give regularly like free gems, which is nice because like this game is very generous. Dev Sisters are really generous when it comes to their games. They just give out gems every now and then. But if you're a starter, if you're new to this game, you really might want to like reroll talaga at the start. And they don't always give out free gems. But later, I think they're gonna give out free 3,000 gems as compensation for some bugs or something. And all players are eligible to get it. So I'm assuming even new players. Because when I started this game, they currently had free 6,000 gems. So I get 20 pulls right off the bat. So yes. So I'm kind of like I rerolled during that time before the free gems expired. So yes. Anyways, so yeah, you get the free gems, and then you pull right away. And then when you don't get it, you just reroll it again. So let's do that right now because I feel like a lot of you really wanna reroll in this game. Let's do that right now. But let me just sorry, I'm seeing it ko lang. I'm just gonna make seeing it this one because I need to produce things just so like I don't get inefficient, because like every now and then you have to like have something be produced at some time so you don't get, so like you always have produce when the time calls for it. Because like for example in the jelly train or in the wishes, whatever they ask you, it's gonna be random, so you have to be prepared. I'm just preparing myself. And then some of them really take some time. For example, this one takes 13 minutes. This one takes 24 minutes. My lord, I don't have any happy planters left. See, this is what happens. Oh, I cannot make this anymore. And this is one of the the items that is requested the most in, or is the currently my most expensive item that I could port over. That's why it's a lot, but yeah. And then you have resources like these. So I have like the logs, the jelly beans, the sugar cubes, and then the flour, and then the jelly berries, and the milk, and the cotton candy wool. Yeah, that's it. Anyways,
So yeah, those are the things in this game that you need to do. And I don't have any money. Anyways, let's move on over to there we go. Look at this, you guys. They already gave out the ranking season rewards in Guild Wars. So like I said, this is my contribution since I'm top 7. I got 150, and then my guild is, as a whole is top 30%. So we get 800 gems. So in total, I get 950 gems and 28,000. That's nice, right? Now I have 40,000. Yay! I could have had 45,000. What happened was I bought this one. It's worth 5,000. It's not worth it for early gamers, like for people who are starting out. I just bought it because like I needed more stamina so I could farm coins because I'm losing a lot of coins. I need 1,000,000 coins just so I could upgrade this one. But anyway, that's for another story. Okay, ito talaga. Let us try rerolling. So if you're you guys saw my game email. Let me just log out. Never mind, it's just my game email anyway. It's not my real email. Whatever. Alrighty. So not Yahoo. It is my first ever kid email. I just use it for games now. So yes. Yeah, so right here, this is what happens when you first log in when you first boot up the game. So I'm gonna sign in with what I want to do is I would sign up with guests when I'm re-rolling. That's the usual giggery. And then you could also log in with any of your what they call this, with any of this one, but it's gonna take longer, like a little few more seconds, like almost a minute, but it's still gonna take longer and a little much more effort than just like pressing. So I would recommend if you're re-rolling, just sign in with guest, and if you want to save it, just after that one you could just link it afterwards. So like what I do is sign in as guest and then choose my server. They removed the thing here. Okay, so pure vanilla is where when you choose a server, by the way, you cannot play. For example, I chose pure vanilla. I cannot play with anyone on Hollyberry and vice versa. This is why you have to choose your server wisely. I chose pure vanilla because like when my friends haven't gotten into Kukiran Kingdom, only one of my friends was playing this game, and he was over at pure vanilla. So we're like, okay, let me play on pure vanilla because you're there. And then when a lot of my other friends started playing, they all went over to Hollyberry because that's one is suggested, quote unquote, by the people. So yeah, my friend and I also made a Hollyberry server account just to be able to play with them. But then again, yeah, my main account is over at pure vanilla. But the problem with that is like most of like the big time or like the veteran players who have been playing this game since January, which is when this game came out, are all over at pure vanilla. So that's why most of the strong ones are all over there. But I don't think that's a problem because like they do match you up with people of your same skill level mostly. But right now my pure vanilla is struggling because like all of them are like 400 plus, and I'm just 230. I am a weak baby. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that's the same in Hollyberry because people are like rabbit here. Like some of the players in pure vanilla also moved over to Hollyberry and tried their luck there. So you might also find a lot more people there who are also as strong as the people in pure vanilla. But I digress. Just choose whichever server you want to be with your friends or something. So yes. So let's go over and choose Hollyberry just in case. So right here you can see that you are not able to transfer your progress to another server. So choose wisely. Okay, once that's done, the game starts, and
the distant past,
you have the option to like actually play this through or not. Me personally, when I start a gacha game, I would play this normally because I want to know what happens.
Among them were the 5.
Because like the lore is important in the game. By the way, this game's lore is good, so you guys should play the story mode. It is good.
Wise and powerful, they rallied others to their cause as
Anyways,
kings
I'm gonna skip this so you guys won't get like spoiled or whatever. But yes, here's they're gonna teach you a little bit about the combat.
Is this...
I'm just gonna go through this like real quick because I don't want to spoil you guys. Again, if you're new, you might really want to play this first, like normally, and then the succeeding runs when you reroll, you could just skip it. Wow. So I have timed myself actually rerolling because I've been doing that like when I first started playing this game. Obviously I have to reroll because like I am a gacha gamer. I cannot like start off with like weak units. That's just not me. So yeah, I did try rerolling and then it only took me like around 5 minutes in one run after skipping everything up until the point I can pull.
right here, right now.
Yeah, so you have to do everything here, right here. And let me just like guide you through like how to reroll. So like just do whatever. Yuri Lowenthal talaga. He's so good. A legend, a VA legend, Yuri Lowenthal. Look at him, thriving. He's so good. He has a when you look at his profile, he has a lot of achievements and wow, it's amazing. Anyways, so yes, so basically just play this as is. And yeah. But like I said, I really like the lore of this game. It's really engaging.
How dare you?
Yuri Lowenthal King. Yeah, exactly.
Nothing can stop me.
Dark Enchantress Cookie! No!
Dark Enchantress Cookie. No. Though the Japanese voice I also really like. But then again, since we're streaming, you guys could just like listen to this. Oh no, they're soul gems.
Yes.
I don't want to spoil the story for you guys, but it is like
Moment.
what the
It is
fuck?
no
When you
way
get
to
when you guys reach to a certain
the
point,
The heroes share
Oh.
my brilliant vision
An
with the
ordinary-
world.
tama, that's what happens when they overlap. But anyways, if you guys get to a certain point in the story, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is happening?
Would
Oh.
you stop chasing me?
I should probably shouldn't have said that. It's like I'm gonna admit. Anyways,
Nowhere to run. Let's do this. Come, here I come.
I like this because he's the what they call this. He's the voice actor for this one is Finn the Human, Jeremy Shada. And every time he talks, I cannot get Finn out of my head.
I won.
Right? Anyways, everything is Finn the Human to me. It makes sense in my fancy. Anyways, so we'll also talk about like what units to pull for like right after this one. So after this one, yeah, after the combat, more combat, they're gonna teach. You have to name your kingdom. By the way, when you name your kingdom, you can name it literally anything because like you get one chance. They get one. You get one chance to rename it after, and then afterwards, if you wanna rename it, it's gonna cost you 1,000 crystals. But yes, so we're just gonna name this randomly. Let's say Jad Potato or something. Jad Potato. Okay. What happened? I named it Jad Potato. Name it anything you want. You can rename it. Ayaw niya. Oh, there we go. Fuck. Sorry. I shouldn't curse. There might be children. Oh, someone's using it. I think I've already used it. Jad Patatas. Okay, there you go. So you name it, and then you cannot use anything that you have. You actually cannot use the names that you have used in rerolling. So just pick a name, a random name, and then numbers, just to see how many you have rerolled, and so on and so forth. And then eventually you get to change it, naman. So don't worry about it. So yeah. So they're gonna teach you how to build a cookie house. Again, this cookie house is gonna give you like your gonna teach you how to skip stuff, and then just skipping it through because like you guys okay. Again, I'm gonna skip the story. I don't want to spoil you. Then we're gonna do this. Basically the only time you get to pull on your own is right after you get your first, or right after you get the tutorial for the gacha.
Lightning strike! Here I come!
So yes. Oh, Ginger Brave is actually the most usable common. The one that I told you guys earlier. He's gonna be the most usable common at the end of end game. But he also needs to be with specific units for him to work. Otherwise, he's just as useless as any other common. Not useless, but yeah, useless. So
Hello?
Okay.
It's clearly a magical object. I say we take it with us.
yeah. There we go. So we just like literally skip through everything, and then we're gonna get the tutorial to gacha after this one. Yeah. But I really do recommend that you guys play through it and like read through like the tutorials just so you won't get lost. I'm just doing this because I have rerolled a lot in this game. Yeah, then we're gonna get her at the first run. You would always get chili pepper cookie, and if you don't get she's a decent unit, but she really does fall off like at the end game, because like there are really better units to use than her. But if you don't have any to use like early on in the game, it's just like use her. Okay, so this is the part right here where you can actually pull.
There it is!
This one, like right here in this moment, like
Let's go!
yeah, you can now claim everything. Oh, well, these are free ones, which are really good actually. They gave out like a lot of good ones, and later at 6 p.m. it's gonna be, hopefully when everyone gets like their free crystals, it's gonna be it's gonna be the best time to reroll, because you get all of these. Look at that, that's a lot. Sorry, there. That's a lot. This is literally a lot. For reference, to get a skill to level 1 to level 20, you need 100 of the common powders. So you only need 20 for it to pass. Because like at 21, you start using the rare powders. At the rare powder, same, you need 100 to get through until you get to use the epic ones. So that's a lot. This is good. This is really good. But I think they said they gave this all because of the new event, the Mayhem one. Kiran, feeling I need to focus. Sleek. Anyway, so yeah, you can just claim everything. It's gonna be. We're gonna check if they're gonna give 3,000 because this is a new account. So like we're gonna wait 5 minutes and wait if they're gonna give out the 3,000. But yes, so at this point, you could start pulling right here. But that is if you already have 3,000. And this is why I recommend that people pull or like reroll only when there's an event or like there's a free crystals to pull from, because otherwise you have to farm everything. You need to farm 3,000 for your first 10 pull, and that's gonna take I don't know how long. You know what? Let's try. Because like if you I did really actually time it. I'm sorry, like we could do that again. We could like actually check how long it would take for me to like actually farm from that point, or like if I should manually farm without like the crystal. So let's see. And it's gonna take some time until you get the what do you call this? The auto option right here. So like you have to actually play this. Like who does that? Just kidding.
Lightning strike! Here I come!
So yes. God, it's taking so long. My patience. Anyway, yeah, Cookie Run is actually one of the fastest to reroll from, especially only if pala you get the free crystals. Other gacha games usually take like 20 or 15 minutes to reroll, but they do give out like the free currency for the starter players. This one is different. They don't give out the free stuff for the starters. They just do it as is. So you really have to actually farm for your first 3,000. And for reference, every time we 3-star a level, they only give us 100.
It
and every time one unit dies from your team, it's gonna take 1 star away. So you only got 50 per round. So yeah, if you really want to like progress in the game smoothly while getting all of those crystals, you really do want to get like good units in this game. Because like once it gets like, I think as early as World 3, I think if you don't have enough units that are really good, you're gonna see that you're gonna struggle in getting 3 stars for a level. Also, I don't think you could farm for 3,000 because like the stamina is limited. I'm not sure. Oh look, they kept one of their. By the way, Cookie Run Kingdom is made by Dev Sisters, right? That's the developer of this game. They also had a different game called Cookie Run Oven Break, which is a runner game which uses the jump and slide as well. So that's nice that they put those kinds of cute mechanics here. But honestly, at the end of the game, like I don't even realize that there are stages that do that because I only keep it in auto and like leave it. Oh, it's gonna be 1 more minute until the thing drops because it's they did say it's gonna be 7 p.m. GMT plus 9, 19 o'clock, right? So that's 7, right? Am I dumb? But what is 19 o'clock? Yeah, it is 7 p.m. GMT plus 9, but we are GMT plus 8, so like it's been 1 minute, I guess. So I guess after we finish this one. See, we have like been playing for 5 minutes and we still don't enough for like even 1,000 pulls. When we could have done like a second reroll account from the start. That's why I do recommend talaga that when you reroll, you do it when there are free crystals. So now it's 6 o'clock p.m. at our time. Oh, you get custard cookie for free right here, by the way. Hello, bestie! We are trying to reroll in this game, or I'm trying to discuss how to reroll. Right now, like the process of rerolling, I guess. Then, oop. Friend. See, we only have 500. And that was too. And I can't. Oh. This is taking too long. And then you have to level them up. And then. Yeah, whatever. Okay, look. Okay, I saw mail. Ow, putang ina. Nagulat ako. Mail later. Please. I wanna see the mail. There you go. Look at this. You get 3,000. Okay, you guys, this is now the time. I need a tutorial. Ren, I need it first. Oh, by the way, guys, go check out Miss Lilac. He's amazing. He's the one that made me want to try this game. That's why I'm here right now. And I'm very much obsessed.
Oh
Look
my
at
god,
him.
my necklace! I almost fell.
Tama. What was that clip? Okay. So yes, this is the time where you claim your 3,000 and do the reroll. So let's see what we get right here. Just pull. I recommend you guys pulling on the... Oh, we get nothing. Tama. That's bad. We get nothing. Oh, we get Soulstones though. Okay, I do recommend you guys pulling on the cookie, on the standard cookie banner instead of the featured cookie banner, because on the featured cookie banner, you would most probably get Mala Sauce as an epic, and she's not that good yet. You actually have a lower probability of getting epic here than there. Like for example, here you can see you get a 19.278% chance of getting epic, but right here you only get less, 19.276. Ano sabi ko? Oh, you get 0.002? Oh, there's a difference. Like very low, I think. Yeah, but still you get all the chances that you get, right? Oh, we get a lot here. Oh, maybe we could get Twizzly right off the bat. You get 13 pulls agad this early. So you could get you could get Twizzly this early on. What the fuck? That's so cool. Let's try that. That's a lot. I'm wild. This is why I love this game, because the developers like are so generous with their currency and stuff. Oh look, we're already at second level, and then we get Twisty at third. But that's a different event. We're just trying to see if we can get her on the first run. Yeah, we could get 1 star on that, right? This is so wild. Oh, I might not get her that early, but yeah, you could if you're really lucky, I guess. Oh look, we get more cookie pulls. You guys should utilize really this time to actually pull in this game. Ah! Well, kino lang pa tayo. But look, I already got to version 3, which I could get to. Anyways, this is so cool. There's a lot of things that you could get in this game. Anyways, now let's talk about. I might not stream when I start because I'll be rerolling. But rerolling is fun. Some people stream their rerolls. Okay, now let's talk about what units to get, right? Because that's what you guys want, right? What units to get. Okay, let me just. Oh, sorry. Tier maker. Okay, guys, I'm gonna make a tier list of what cookies you guys should pull. Oh, my music's gone. Sorry, I don't have like the best. I cannot find the best one, but this will have to do. Let me clear it. Yeah, streaming rerolls is fun because like people actually do watch people pull on the banners. That is content in itself. So like imagine if you're rerolling this, that's like endless pulls. That's good content. I would stream it, but I already done rerolling. Okay, so let's what do you call this? Let's go over here. So guys, I could show you guys what units you have to pull, or you might wanna pull for. Wait lang. Here you go. You guys see it? Ah! God, I'm hungry. You guys see it? Is it kind of small? Let me just F11 this bitch. There we go. All right. Okay. So let me make my own tier right here, just so you can see. So first is cookies that you should definitely be getting. Definitely stick with them. This is my own personal opinion. As just a caveat, okay. Like before we start this tier list is solely for who to reroll for. It's not a tier list of the usability or the greatness of the cookies in the game. This is mainly because like how far will these cookies bring you from story mode up until the end, and also at the same time their usability in everything's lagging. I froze. Oh no. Okay. Like how useful they are at story mode as well as arena and all other contents in the game. That is what I'm basing this on. Because like as we discuss this, you're gonna realize that there are cookies that are super good in arena, but that's just their only purpose. They're not really good at PvE. They're not good at everything else. Yeah, you get the full Twizzly at every 3 vending machines. I'm at version 7, Lilac, or 7 or 8, I think, on my main account. But yes, anyways, yeah, so let's do this. So first and foremost, who are the top 2 cookies that you should be pulling for? Personally, I do recommend either Sea Fairy or where is he? Pure Vanilla Cookie. Where is he? There he is. Okay. So these are the reason why I'm not putting Holly Berry, which is also an ancient here, is that she's not as great as a unit compared to the other 2 when you first pull them. I have started this game and rerolled for 3 of them in 3 different accounts, and then more in others. And I have found the most success or like the least amount of problems in my pure vanilla account. And then in my Seafaring, I kind of like had a little bit of problem, but in one of my Seafaring accounts, I got through it with other good epics with them. Anyways, but yes, I would definitely 100% reroll in this game just to get pure vanilla or Seafaring. That's it. That's my whole tier list. Everything else, do not start with them. Just try and start with these two. I'm just kidding. For those who want to settle, if you want to settle, like literally, I would definitely 100%, 200%, 500% reroll only in this game just so I could get either pure vanilla or Seafaring. Other than that, I would not play this game, or I would not continue that gameplay or that account. Like legit, this is me personally, and this is me as a person who has been playing gacha games for a long time, and I have actually played through this game as is in this game. Although I think you can progress in this game fine, or like a lot more, or like as easy as getting the other two characters if you do start with the epic cookies that are really nice. But however, if you are gonna play this game for on the long run, you really do want to get these ones, because like I said, I have explained earlier how hard it is to farm for them. It's gonna take you at least 60 days. Willing to torture yourself to get point 3? Yes, Sphinx, if you've noticed, I have been rerolling for that, and I already have like a total of like 7 accounts with either one of them in it as rerolled, and that's fine with me. It's kind of like shiny hunting in Pokemon. If you guys play Pokemon and then you try to hatch for a shiny, it's kind of like the same. It's repetitive, and it's the odds are actually kind of low as well. It's the same concept. I don't really mind. It's not torture to me. It's actually kind of relaxing sometimes, because it like you're doing something repetitive. You don't use your brain that much. You just have to do like in muscle memory. Yes. Anyways, so yes. What's this? Between Seafaring and Pure Vanilla, Sino priority? Whoever comes out first. Honestly, whoever comes out first. Like, I feel like either of them are good in one sense, but they're better with other epics with them. But yes, either of them is fine. Whoever comes first. You know what? Because like, if you try to, you'll see why. Because like, if you try to reroll for them, it's gonna take some time talaga. And you're just gonna have to like, if someone, either one of the two of them like comes out, you just be like, okay, I'll go with this one. Because like, why would you like reroll again when you already have one of the two best units in this game, right? That's wild. Anyways, so yes. So once you get either Pure Vanilla or Seafaring, just do it. Okay, just use them. They're the best. Literally, if you're gonna reroll in this game and if you're gonna start rerolling in this game, just reroll for the sole purpose of getting these two. Otherwise, I don't know what to tell you, because like, you're gonna have a hard time. Not really a hard time, but then again a bad time, because like, again, most of the people already have Seafaring or Pure Vanilla in their team. So like, when you try to raise your ranks up to wherever in the arena or something, it's gonna be hard, especially when you get to a certain power level. They're gonna start matching you with people with that power level and above. Even if you're at like, for example, a bronze or silver or something, if you're already at 100 plus when you ended the season, they're gonna match you with people 100 plus and above, even if you're at bronze. So you're gonna have like a harder time to rise up the arena just with that. Like that's what happened to my main account. On the first season, I got like 200 plus power level, and I got to Diamond 3. And then when I tried Arena after the season reset, I was having a hard time rising up na. Compared to my Hollyberry account, which is much more chill, I ended up like at Crystal 1, I think. I don't remember. And then like rising up was like easier. Right now, my Hollyberry account is 1 rank higher than my main account, just because I couldn't battle anyone on my Pure Vanilla account because it's so hard. Anyways, that's just explaining at this. That's why. Yeah, you guys should like. Yeah. Anyways, just play again. Reroll just to get these two. Trust me on this. This will not backfire on you when you reroll honestly, just to get a pure vanilla or sea fairy. But difficult to kind the season. Maybe Sphinx. We'll see, cause like it I only did like one season, but I feel like it's gonna stay the same, cause like they will pair you with people with power levels equal to you. It's easier because if you just started out like first time around, because like you started late or whatever, I don't know, but yeah, you'll see. Anyways, moving on to the next tier. Again, I have expressed how important it is to reroll just for these two. So if you're not convinced for that, I don't really know what to tell you, but I'm gonna give you options. All right. So if you want to settle, obviously you also want to get the other ancient, because like she's also hard to get. But based on experience, again, playing like 6-7 accounts simultaneously for the first 3 worlds, I think, it's hard to play with Hollyberry first, because like if you're gonna build a team in this game, you only want the main 3. You need a tank, you need a main damage dealer, and then you need a healer, because that's the most important thing. Pure Vanilla is a healer. He's the objectively the best healer in this game. He heals all of his units even out of range and gives them a shield, and that's great. And then Sea Fairy on the other hand deals AoE damage. She deals the most damage out of any other, I think. And also, not really, but she deals a ton of damage to all units, so all enemy units, or at a maximum 5, but also stuns them. So like there's also a stun feature there after the damage. So like she's damage and stun, so that's really amazing. That's why they're the 2 most important ones. The reason why I don't want people to like solely reroll just for Hollyberry is because when you get, for example, the healer Pure Vanilla, you would get stuck with a tank or a main damage dealer that's not as great as the other ones. But because Pure Vanilla is really strong in healing, you could technically keep them alive as long as possible for them to do their job, to be a tank, to be a DPS, to deal enough damage to kill the opponents. That's why he's good. And then, hi Clark, I'm doing my reroll tier list. And then for Sea Fairy, since she's super duper strong, even without a healer or a tank, she could like just kill the enemies before they're there. But then again, in comparison of the 2, I had less problems with Pure Vanilla just solely because like his heals are so strong and his shields are so strong. My units don't die, especially like even in the end when Sea Fairy couldn't one-shot the enemies. I would get 3 stars much more easier than with my Sea Fairy account. That's why I started with my Pure Vanilla account. But then again, either one of them is great, because you could always like go back to the less stars once you get stronger tanks or healers. Anyways, so yeah, but if you have a tank like Hollyberry, which is like just a tank, you would get stuck with bad healers and bad DPS. So what happens is, even if you do tank or something, Hollyberry might die because like your healer is bad, right? And then if your DPS is also bad, you won't get to clear the floors faster. That is why out of the 3 of them, only these 2 are like good for beginners, very especially like if you want to clear story mode like up until the end, because like story mode is gonna be your main source of crystals, because every what do you call this, every round you get, if you 3 stars, if you 3-star level, you get 100, and then if you complete one whole world, you get like 700 plus 500, 1500 crystals. So yeah, that's a lot, right? So yeah, that is why too. But if you want to settle, she's actually really good, very especially really good. Okay, The other options that you want is the other tank that you want is Strawberry Crepe. Strawberry Crepe is Kokili is not the interpreter. Okay, Strawberry Crepe is one of the greatest tanks in this game. And she's the best unit. She's the best tank that you should use if you don't have a Holly Berry. Oh, okay, ingat Sphinx. Enjoy. Good luck with your thing. Anyways, so yes. Strawberry Crepe is gonna be the next best thing next to Holly Berry. She does a little bit of push and she does like defense. Sorry. What do you call this? Damage resist to the two units that you have the lowest HP on. So they're gonna Strawberry Crepe is gonna make your other cookies a little bit more tanky. The softer ones. And then what else? Who else? For your DPSs, I would recommend where is he? Where is she? Black Raisin Cookie. Black Raisin is a good DPS. Like legit. Oh sorry, before Black Raisin, you also have like this guy. The cutest boy around. Sorbet Shark. He's amazing. They're amazing. Amazing. I love them. They're adorable. They're strong. They're really in the meta right now because like they're ambush, but they deal their damage on the what do you call this? The top to what do you call this? The front row. And then in addition to that, if they're cookies or like if you're playing against another player, they give out true damage as well. So that's great. And it isn't affected by any damage resist buff or whatever. So that's why they're good. And obviously, even in PvE, he deals a lot of damage to the front line if they're all there. I have 2-star Shark Baby. Yes, tama. I love my Shark Baby also. So yes, they're really good. You could also get them as DPS. And other than Shark, another DPS that you could use is Black Raisin Cookie. So Black Raisin Cookie is amazing. She's amazing. She deals a lot of damage as well. And some people have been comparing her to Strawberry Shark as a DPS. That's why you could get them as well. So these two are one of the units that you could settle on when it comes to they call this a healer. Then lastly, in this tier, it's gonna be is it gonna be last? Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be last because like this is again if you want to settle tier, it's gonna be how well they do on PvE and as well as arena and like averaged out like in total. Okay, and then the last one's gonna be Parfait as your healer. So Parfait is amazing. She's not a healer, she's a support, but she heals. She does a little bit of heals and also does a defense buff for your whole team. And she's great. She's also part of the meta and she keeps your cookies alive. Yeah, and there are only a handful of like healers in this game, and she's actually one of the best ones you could get. So yeah, so you could again, these are the units that if you really want to settle, if you're gonna get tired and rerolling, and I swear to God, like you would not regret rerolling for either Pure Vanilla or Sea Fairy, swear, you could just settle with these characters. Okay, then the next tier is like they're good units, but better if you have any of the above. Oh, hello Kazami Kunami. Thank you for joining the party. Hi, we're just doing some. I'm just doing a guide for my friends who wanted to start into Cooking Run Kingdom, and I just recently explained how to reroll, which you can do right now actually. And right now I'm giving out my tier list on who to reroll for. And as a caveat for the as well as for the new people right here, it's not a tier list on how great these cookies are in general. These are just who you should look out for when you reroll. Alright? Okay. Okay, these ones are like next tier is good, but better if you have any of the above that fits into the other roles that you need. Again, to reiterate, in this game you really want a tank, a damage dealer, and a healer. Okay, those are the three main things. Okay, so for example, you already have like Black Raisin as your DPS. You can use these ones as your tanks or your healers. Parang ganon. Alright? So who are these cookies? So let's start with my god, I can't see them. This one, Herb. Okay. Herb is a good cookie. You can use him as he's actually the third best healer in this game. Apparently. Or sometimes interchangeable between Parfait. But my problem with Herb is I got him late. I also got him late in my Hollyberry account. He doesn't heal as much as I hoped. And he actually needs like someone else to heal him as well. Because especially I'm at like level 9. A world level episode 9 in my Hollyberry account. It's hard to like just have Herb there. That's why I also have got my Parfait there as well. But yes, he's actually a really good healer as well. Like you could use him, but he's not as good as Parfait as a healer because like Parfait also has a utility. But sometimes they're interchangeable because I heard that Herb has higher healing percentages than Parfait, but Parfait does increase your defense as well. Yes, so I could put him here, but then again, I don't think I would settle for Herb. So he's kind of like in the middle of this one. In the middle of these two ones. That's why he's over here at the very top of this one. Okay, let's put him there. And then who else? I'm gonna put this one, Dark Choco Cookie. Dark Choco Cookie is a charge cookie. He's a good cookie for PvE in general, but falls off on Arena. But then again, if you don't have anything else to use, you can just use him instead. And some people build him tanky because like one of the best things in his kit is his defense break, and it does deal damage, defense break, deal damage to all enemies, and then also kind of interrupts a bit, like a little bit lang. But yes, he's good, not the best, but you could use him anytime you want. And then next, I would also think you should put Espresso and Latte in there. Espresso is magic type, and he deals decent damage. He deals good damage, and also interrupts when his last hit hits opponents. But then again, if his skill hits a little bit late, especially in PvE, you won't be interrupting anything because like your opponents already have hit anything. But yes, he's still a good unit that deals damage. Latte is also Latte is a good damage dealer as well. Like a little bit. She also deals like what do you call this? Continuous damage, and also silences your opponents. So if she goes first in PvP, for example, she would like what do you call this? She would interrupt the skills of your opponent. So like she's okay. Like not the best again, but okay. And would complement well if you already have a team right here. Then who else? I guess I'm gonna put later na lang siya. And also this one girl. Where are the others? Licorice. Oh my god, I should put Licorice right up here. Okay, Licorice is good. He's one of the best units apparently in game, and you can use him like even in like relatively high in arena because like he can disrupt some of the units, especially one of the cheese comps. He's used for that. And then on PvE, he's also good because like he sends out a little his minions on front. But the problem with him is he's melee, so he also has to get in front, so he's prone to dying. But yeah, other than that, he's really good as well. PvE and PvP alike, but not the best. Again, he's not something you'd want to settle for, but he is good, especially along with any team above. He's a good complement to them. And then who else? I guess I'm gonna put Mango here, like a little bit down, because like Mango is a magic type, also deals AoE damage. His move will hit a lot, but it's not as strong as any of the others over here. But the good thing is his skill also does what do you call this, attack buff. So he doesn't attack buff, so you could use that as well. That's why it's not that high up, but he's still good as a replacement. And then I guess the rest would be right here. Oh, sorry. This one, Milk Cookie. Milk Cookie is a tank. He's a good tank as a replacement for these two if you don't have them. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say for him. He's a good tank. He what do you call this? He taunts his opponents so that the attacks are focused on him. So that's why he's almost like ready to die or something. So you have to constantly heal him to keep him alive. And with that, I think the bottom of the good tier, the bottom of the good tier is gonna be Moon Rabbit, Squid Ink, and Raspberry. So these three, they're good in a sense. Like they do their job, especially Raspberry when it comes to like arena, because they could go straight for your opponent's Sea Fairy. But their what they call this, their skill ratios are not that high enough to like one shot them, but they're really good as well. Because like she also has an attack down. But yeah, not really so much good as for PvE, because again, you want to like progress in PvE as smoothly as possible. But she does her job well. Squid Ink is an AoE one, so she deals damage to all opponents, so that's good in PvE. Same with Moon Rabbit, she does does AoE damage as well, and if you hit an opponent, they're gonna get marked with a debuff from, or just a mark from Moon Rabbit, and then when you kill that unit, you're gonna get healed. So she can be like a sub healer as well. And then next tier, that's the end of that tier. I don't think anyone else is fit to be there, because like the next tier I have here is these ones are what they call them. I don't want to call them niche, but they're like very specific for like one tier, like a team comp for arena only, a team comp for arena mostly. Okay, they're good, they're really good in arena, but they're bad everywhere else. Okay, that's why they're here. As a beginner, obviously you would want to like not reroll for them, but these units are also good to raise if you want to get up in arena. But again, it's hard if you're gonna just focus on arena and not progress through story mode, because story mode really again is the one you want to progress as fast as possible, because like that's where you get all your gems. That's where you get all your gems. That's where, I mean, crystals. That's where you get that's where you unlock most of the things, etc, etc. Like yeah, so you really want to focus on story mode as a beginner instead of these things to cheese your way into arena. These units are called like the cheese comp kasi nga, because you could really cheese your way into arena, like rise up in arena using these units, even though your units have a higher enough like power level than you, but not too much, but just enough. So these units are in one comp. There are two different types of comps. This one, the first one I'm gonna show you guys is the Ginger Brave Tiger Lily comp. So it's Ginger Brave Tiger Lily comp plus Almond is very important as well. It's good because Ginger Brave is has a very low cooldown on his skill, and he would initially interrupt the opponents like a little bit, like half a second or something, just enough time for Tiger Lily's skill to be ready to use, and then she would then jump over and stun the opponents. And that's the time when Almond Cookie would start using his link, and during this time you would use your DPS to link their damage to your other opponents. So in this during this time, the Almond thing, people would usually use Sea Fairy in this comp as well. So that's gonna be like these four. But if you don't have Sea Fairy, I think some people also use Black Raisin or even Rye. Before, earlier in this game, Almond and Rye are good together. People call them the Raimon comp, because like Almond and Rye both target the unit with the lowest HP. So yeah, that they work well together. So I'm not sure if people use these four together, but these three for sure. That Ginger Brave, Tiger Lily, and Almond, they're for sure used together. And then sometimes with Tiger Lily, with Sea Fairy, or sometimes even Moon Rabbit for some reason. For the heals, I think. Because Moon Rabbit's heals are way, way stronger if you kill a cookie instead of like an enemy. So yes. And then that's one team. And then the other team is called the Speed Comp. They're called the Speed Comp because they're focusing on what do you call this? On attack speed. And they're good at their job. And this comp specifically is composed of Madeline, Lilac, and what do you call this? What's his name? Mint Choco. So these three. Oh, sorry. Also, Pastry. Okay. So these four focus their kit on what do you call this? On on their attack speed. Okay, because Madeline does swift attacks that travel across all of the enemies, and also does a little bit of interruption. Like they do a mini stun every hit they do on the opponents. And Lilac is a support that also increases attack speed and also attacks like based on his attack speed. The damage is based on his attack speed. And Mint Choco, he heals like a little bit, but also increases the attack speed of all of the enemies. And Pastry is good because like her skill makes her normal attacks like spread out, and she's really strong in that sense. So like you really want to make her like a DPS like in a MOBA game. Like yeah, her damage per second is really good, especially when you increase her attack speed. So those are the two kinds. Like there's a line between here, guys. Like don't mix them together. Like they're good as one team. These four or these three only, and then these four. Like other than that, no. And then that's the problem because like they're so specific. Like putting one of them like out of the team comp is gonna ruin the team comp itself. That's why I'm not suggesting that you rerolls for the sole purpose of getting them, because like you need to complete the set for them to work. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. But when they're together, they're really good. Especially these three, you're gonna see them a lot in arena. I see them a lot in arena, and I've been finding a way to block them to like counter that team comp. It's like it's so annoying. People said to use either your own Tiger Lily or like this one, see Licorice. But yes. Anyways, that's just it. These two comps are good in themselves, but they have to be like a specific set. So like that's gonna be hard for like starter players. And then next one is I think I need to also put. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Next one is the niche character. There's just one. It's gonna be for me. It's gonna be Vampire. He's super good. He's the best single target damager in this game. But again, by itself, yeah, like there's nothing else for him. But like he's just a single target unit, and he's good for bosses actually. Like he's super good at bosses. But then again, that's just his use. And then he also does lifesteal. You know what? Let's not put him in his own tier. Let's put him here with Raspberry, because like they're both single target units. But in terms of like strength, Vampire is the best because he attacks the one at the farthest, the one at the back, and does one hit. We get him for free. Mini-Stop Chicken, we don't get him for free now. The one we get for free now is Espresso. By the way, yeah, you guys get Espresso for free now. A Vampire, you don't get him for free now. Before last month you get him for free, but now not anymore. This month it's gonna be Espresso. Yes, so it's gonna be there. And then the rest, these are like meh. Like just don't. It's just what don't. Everyone else is gonna be here. Chili Pepper is free, so like let's not put her there because she's free. This one, don't. This one, Red Velvet is actually has a nice design. I love Red Velvet's story. Red Velvet is the amazing story, but then again, he kind of falls off and it's kind of niche because like what he does is pull the opponent at the back and the front. So I think in some PvP comps he's gonna be okay, but not all the time. Then Sparkling, kind of like also a healer, but then he also heals like 2 with his skill, just 2 units, and then the crit rate up. So that's oh sorry, I forgot these two. I forgot Twizzly and Mala. Okay, Twizzly is gonna be here also, in line with these 3, and then Mala a little bit down here. Like she's okay, but I think she's a soft frontliner, so she might die early. But if you have enough good units with her, she's gonna be great. Anyways, yeah. And then Poison Mushroom, I think he can be here as well. Let's put him there. And then Pomegranate, kind of like a bad thing. You know what? Here. I don't feel like... Okay, you know what? Sige. He's good, but not that good. Pomegranate also heals, but like very, very low. But also does attack buff. So that's kind of okay. So I guess we should put him there. I don't know. Because I don't feel like I would reroll for these 2. But now thinking about it, like, I guess it's nice to have them in this team. So let's just put them on top of this. But honestly, if you're just gonna reroll, I don't think you should reroll with them in it. And then Kumiho, Fig, bad. Snow, bad. Werewolf, sorry Werewolf, but bad. And then everyone else. Literally everyone else is here. Like, no thank you. No thanks. Nope. 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 Why would you reroll for these? Like, literally. God, you're in the process of rerolls. You just get it. And then the last one are the free units. Or the ones that are content exclusive. Free and content exclusive. So the... Basically, Chili Pepper is the free one. Content exclusive. Cream Puff is only available in the Guild Gacha, but it's also very bad. By the way, she's bad. Oh, hi Hi Momo, welcome. Thank you for the alert. Hello Kuro. Kumiho is bad. Yes, Kumiho is bad. I've been telling you this forever, Kuro. He's bad. So yes. Guild Gacha, she's only available Guild Gacha, but then again, she's also bad. And then currently, and ending in like a few days, like I think in 3 days or something, Sonic and Tails, but they're gonna end soon. So yes. See, I told you. You know, never listen to me. By the way, Kuro, you can start re-rolling now, because like they're gonna give out free 3,000 gems. They're giving out now. I think that's only for 2 days, so like do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Okay. So yes, so this is my reroll tier list. Again, this is not a tier list for the units, what do you call this? For units usefulness in total game. Like for example, these ones are really good. But then again, like I said, this is just for who you should reroll for. Alright, like you should just reroll for these units and then that's okay. So yes. Oh, by the way, let me shout out the people who just came by. Let me shout you out, Kuro, and let me also shout out. Oh, okay, ka na naman. What's this? Moon Rabbit. He's here, oh, Moon Rabbit. She's here. Moon Rabbit. Look at this. She's not good, but better if you have any of the above tier. Just reroll, Kuro. Like I said, just reroll for these two. Also, Momo, hello. Thank you for the lyric. Let me shout you out na rin. Guys, check out these streamers. They're also Filipino streamers. They're really great. Sorry, they're gonna block my... Abay. They're gonna block. Anyways, so yes.
And then
Wow, that zombie damage.
Wait, that was really big damage.
Tama, that was really big damage. No, you could always farm for them, and they're just epics. They're eventually gonna be available to you anyway. So yes. Again, with everything considered, what do you call this? I would definitely 100% recommend that you reroll for 2 units only, and that is these two, Pure Vanilla or Seafair. This is my opinion, by the way, you guys. Okay, just reroll for either Pure Vanilla or Seafair, whichever you get first. And then again, because I want to give you guys options. If you guys want to settle, just settle for these tanks, these DPS, and this support healer. And then these people, these characters right here, they're actually kind of decent, but they're still not the best to reroll for, but they're really good. And they're gonna really help you progress in the story really finely, very especially if you have units above. Okay, and then these ones right here, they're again very comp specific. They're very comp specific. Like, you could only use them in their own set, and other than that, they don't do well. And then these 4 or these 3, and then these 4 at the end. All right, and then these ones, if you get them, if they're the only units that you get in a reroll, don't just reroll again. I think you're talking about Pancake Cookie, the one with the acorns. Yeah. Like I said, Kuro, this isn't Genshin. In Genshin, it's alright to pull for the cute ones and stay with them. Like, literally, you could progress and even clear the hardest content in the game with just the easy to get units. This one is different. This is a... Please. Okay. I want you to like watch it from the start and understand why in hero collector games like this one, units are very important. Unlike in Genshin Impact, which is more like a more casual single player game. They're not good! They're not good, Kuro. Please don't. You know what? You're gonna, you know what? If you wanna try it yourself, and then you're gonna realize. Like what you realized with Kumiho. Anyways, this is everything I have considered, like, from playing the game with different accounts, and then eventually just remaining accounts, and then also considering the fact that tier list that some YouTubers made, like Hyrule or Codations, everything I have like tried also like checking out in Discord, in the official Discord, in the Reddit threads. I have checked everything on how good the cookie is, and then experienced them all on first hand and playing in my account. That's why. Did you guys get the compensation rewards? Subdomain, they're, according to the notice, they're gonna get the compensation they're gonna give the compensation awards on the next update. Not yet. I think the only compensation they give out right now is the crystals and the electro whatever. But the rest for the alchemy and poison mushroom thing, or the guild gig, it's gonna be on the next update. Probably next week or next week. But not now. So yes. So yeah, that's everything you guys need to know about rerolling everything. What else do I need to talk about? I guess nothing. So yeah. Now what do we do? Okay, let me guys show you a little bit about my current account, my main account, and my Hollyberry account. Or do you guys want me to reroll one more time? Let me guys show you the actual reroll. Let's put a timer. How do you put a timer? Can I put a timer here? Nah. Okay, let me just move this. Okay, let's go back here. All right. Okay, we're here in our go eat, have fun. So yes. Okay. Let's re-roll on this account again, but let me just claim some things. Oh, you know what? It's not worth claiming pala. And let's pull, like, just in case something happens. Nothing. Look at that. I'm just skipping. Oh, by the way, when you pull here, when you pull a 10 pull, sometimes some characters join Ginger Brave right here, for those who aren't familiar yet. And if he is joined by Strawberry Cookie, there's a chance that you might get an epic or above. But if he's joined by Strawberry and Wizard Cookie, you get nothing. And then if Ginger Brave is joined by Custard Cookie the third and Clover Cookie, you get a guaranteed epic or above. So that's amazing. So you guys should look out for that. We can do that like later after we roll once. But let me just set a timer. Let me get my phone. Okay, let me just set a timer. Let me log this out. Again, if you don't like your pulse, you can just log out on a guest account and then look at this. All data and progress made with this guest account will be lost. So like that's fine. Cause like we don't need that. It's a bad account. Oh, if I get a good unit here, like while re-rolling, I'll give it to someone in chat. If you guys don't want to re-roll, I'll give you like for example, if I get an ancient cookie right here, I'll just give it to you guys. Cause like I could link it with your email. I got congratulations, Jay the Gay, you got Sea Fairy. She's one of the best. Anyways. Yeah, if you guys want that, I'll do that. Let me just stopwatch. I'm gonna set a stopwatch and see how fast we can reroll from this screen. Alright? So I'm gonna start right now. It's going. I'm gonna play on Hollyberry. So if ever we get a good account on Hollyberry, I'm just gonna give it to you guys. It's like I don't need that. We're at that 9 seconds in.
In the distant past.
So I'm just gonna skip through everything and try to click everything as fast as I can. Okay, the time is going. And I'm just gonna press stop the moment we start our first pull.
Enchantress Cookie quickly. Let us make haste.
Darkness, begone!
There. Thank you for the hidden Kuro. I needed that. I've been talking all this time. My god. Yeah.
Dark.
Do you what?
Dark Enchantress Cookie.
And there
I shall show you tragic.
So again, if you guys are only playing this game for the first time,
Now.
I do suggest that you play through it like normally in the first run, and then the succeeding ones, if you decide to reroll, which I do recommend that you do, you should
Listen.
definitely 100% reroll for Sea Fairy or Pure Vanilla. Oh
Kneel before
no, I missed a button. We're gonna lose some time. We're gonna lose a valuable time.
I will not falter.
out of my way. Kneel
Oh, by the way, I think there are still 2 codes that are available that you guys could use, and then each code will give you like 1,000 more crystals. So
Enchantress Cookie.
you guys could like use them for more pulls if you get like good pulls. But then again, I wouldn't recommend like you claiming the code for every what they call this, for each and every account that you reroll on, because like it takes some time, because like you have to go to the site, you have to input the codes, you have to log out your game, and not log out, like you have to exit the game and then log in again. Don't log out, exit and then go in the game, and then that's the only time you would get your crystals from that. So like that's additional time for you to reroll instead of like just doing this. We're already at 2 minutes 40 seconds right here. And I think we messed up a bit earlier with the golden cheese, not anything. Also, we're suspecting that you could also like get like the next ancients would have to be dark choco, golden cheese, and white lily, which are the other, what do you call this, rolls that aren't mentioned yet. Okay, let's name something like something random. Oh, check. This. Oh, what the fuck? Someone used that? Wait, this is no taking some time. Yes, I'm changing it. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay, there you go. How can someone have used that? What the fuck? Okay. Alright. I'm clicking as fast as I can. And we messed up the nickname. So you guys can just think of a nickname like really fast so that you don't have to like waste valuable time. Because that was 20 seconds or something. The next ancient has been confirmed to be Golden Cheese. There's a confirmation, Jay the Gay. Can you send me the link? Is it really confirmed or is it just like speculations and stuff?
Lightning strike! Here I come!
But yes. Oh, by the way, you guys, whenever they release units like legendaries and ancients, they usually make a separate banner for them, and in these banners, they use a different kind of currency that you have to like farm for, and they have pity on that. On those, they have pity, but you cannot get pity for free.
Hello?
Like you can only reach if you complete all of the quests for that. They only so far, you could only like get like a few more pulls until pity, but then they're not gonna give you like that gem, that cookie for free. So that's why. I heard that some streamers said that. I don't believe them. I don't even bother to fact check. Well, you should always do fact checking, Jay the Gay, because like the problem with society is that they don't fact check.
You like it spicy, huh?
Okay, we're at the 5-minute mark.
Lost your coins?
But that's because I messed up some things. There. And
Oh, there it is!
we're almost stopping right here. Alright, so with our mess up with the nicknames, we got to 5 minutes. Oh, you guys can see. 5 minutes, 39 seconds, and 42 milliseconds. So 5:39, 42. That's fast. That's you only take that amount to reroll for this account before your pull. And imagine if you're gonna do everything without the crystal shit. Look at this. We get the crystals. So then we get the free crystals and all this shit. You get all of that. All for 5 minutes 40 seconds. And then if you don't have the crystals, you have to farm this up until like, I don't know, just to get your first 3,000. That's why I really recommend that you only do it whenever they give out free 10 pulls, which is right now. And that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna pull. And then... oh! We get an epic! At least! We'll see who it is. Okay. You also know that you get an epic if the witch's eyes are like that. Oh, we get one. Whoever shall it be. Yeah, it is a very good time to reroll.
Day
Yeah.
1000 at this current camp.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Oh! Nothing.
Time to farm!
Karato cake? Again, reroll doesn't really take much of your brain power. You just have to like do it. Who do we get? Who do we get? Oh, we got an epic.
All that gleams attracts
Oh, it's
everyone's
Lilac.
attention.
You guys, we got Lilac. I have rerolled so much in this game that I have memorized all of their lines. Like, I know who says this, even though it's unmuted. Like, I just read it. Oh, it's this.
Those who sense my scent never leave alive.
Oh, he's on the 10th pole. Yes. Like, legit, you guys. This is weird. Anyways, so that's everything we get. But let's try, you know what? I wanna try doing the event thing. Oh, I cannot do the event thing yet. Oh, you have to play a little more just to use these ones. But I don't wanna use them. So you get these ones from earlier, 120 plus 150. You get 270. So you guys, you might even get Twizzly on your first run. That's fun. But yes, I would definitely 100% just try to reroll for Sea Fairy or Pure Vanilla. The way you even know it in English. Because their lines are the same. I think only one cookie has different lines than the Japanese one. The one before the update. And it's Strawberry Crepe, I think. Because like, Strawberry Crepe says, let me see your schematics before the update, before the English update. And then when I switch over, she now says, do you know how cookies are made? So those are two different things. You only get the tentpole? Yes. Bakit ka naghahanap pa ng so dami? Why are you greedy? Don't be greedy. Like, did you see how many they gave? Look at this. And you're looking for more? What the fuck? Are you greedy? Just kidding. Yeah, they give you tentpole right now because that's because of compensation. Like, it's not really supposed to happen, but they gave it out anyways. So yeah. And these are like time limited. I think they're only available for like 2 days or 7 days. Either of that.